And hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Hello?
Welcome. Happy Saturday. We're back. And if all of you would care to look at the stream before I summon you to the board, this is what we left off on.
That's fucked up.
And to answer your question on whether or not I would start with a spider or a horse, the answer is both.
I hate you.
Oh no.
All right. Welcome, everybody. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening. And these people, instead of around me, since we're starting off with battle, these people over here and down here in this general area are your heroes for the evening. So it's been a week since we've done this, so give me a second as I hop back into the reins of the DM. But we are back at it, and we'll get into a recap in just a second. Our one and only announcement that I think that I have, other than Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate, is I hope everybody got some good food, regardless. But the only thing I have is Extra Life. So speaking of a time for giving, we are still raising money for Extra Life, a charity organization that raises money for sick and injured kids all across the United States. So we're currently at about $1,300 out of our $3,500 goal. When we hit certain milestones like $1,500, $2,500, and $3,500, we're going to be giving away some cool prizes like a digital copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're going to be giving away a SteelSeries gaming mouse and a SteelSeries gaming keyboard, respectively. So donate, open your hearts and wallets to a great cause, and get entered in a chance to win some really cool stuff. However, with that, I have our recap ready for us. I actually have the freaking monster stat block pulled up.
Yeah, just read that off. No, just start with that.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do. We're gonna start with the recap. I might read out the stat block later. Anyways,
Points.
last we left off. After a brief stop in Zarashak and the Shadow Marches, our heroes made their way into the crawling swamp, seeking out a secluded sect of druids known as the Ebon Shield to help stave off an invasion from the realm of madness, Zoriad. The party found a putrid supply drop meant for the Ebon Shield that hadn't been received, a foreboding sign. The party finds the safest place they can in order to sleep and doze off. Their dreams and memories over the night as they slept in the swamp were distorted. When they woke, they were met with two orcish members of the Ebon Shield staring at them as they slept. After a quick conversation, it didn't take much for the party to realize that something was off about these two. Just moments later, a surprise attack was launched onto the orcs from an unknown assailant, but the party made their choice and helped this newcomer overcome the two odd orcs. After defeating them, a bulbous alien centipede-like parasite crawled from their host, attempting to escape. Kar Lagla, who the newfound assailant was and our party's newfound friend, informed the party that these invaders have destroyed her tribe, that the gate to Zoriat holds to some degree, and that this is the only reason that she knows her tribal leader is still alive. The party fights further into the crawling swamp, encountering other members of the Ebon Shield that met a terrible fate and some odd weather. Artyom, Kar, and Melgrim reached out and communed with the nature around them, all feeling a sense of wrongness in this swamp. Through their visions, they felt a strong aberrational presence. They saw a structure in between them and Kar's home, and Kar saw some strange black crystal bulbs growing around the base of the crawling oak that weren't there before she left. We left off with our party approaching the structure of oddly twisted branches and roots. From within, they heard a horse's frightened whinny from being stuck deep in mud. This soon came to be known as a guise for something much, much more horrible. Gandalwin snuck his way into the entrance, and Artyom removed a large chunk of earth to release the stuck horse, but in doing so revealed that the horse had the thorax of a monstrously large spider, covered in large, oily, balloon-shaped growths. As the eyes shifted to the front of the horse's face, and six more made themselves apparent. The spider horse lunges towards Gandalwin, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh God, which dice is not gonna be an asshole?
Oh
As
my
I
gosh.
summon everyone to the
I rolled a
board.
nat 20 for initiative.
Nice.
I'm glad you did.
I was gonna say, I certainly did not.
Yep, not I, said the fly.
Yeah.
Ha! It's fly, because I'm about to get my fucking shit rocked by a spider. Oh!
Oh.
Okay.
It's
I need to
not-
roll some
Oh no.
initiative as well.
Woo woo. Oh man, this computer is not liking this.
Mine is struggling today as well. Oh no!
This internet connection is not liking this.
If I can.
Do you want me to do it instead, Ian?
Yeah, you might want to do it because the struggling.
All right. So
You're gonna have to jump into Kent's stream, mother, because this computer is having a very hard time right now.
Okay.
all right. With that, 25 to 20.
22.
22 for
18.
Koshik. Let's scroll back here. Ooh, my computer is struggling today. I'm sorry, folks. Usually this is a little bit smoother experience. Koshik first.
I'm sorry, I just rolled 25.
Crowley
Yeah, I
first.
see. Boo.
I'm a showman. I wait until after you say something, then I pop in.
25 to 20. Anybody else?
I did. I got 18. Oh, sorry. Nope.
No worries. No worries.
Wow, math. Okay, guys. This is your sign of how
Great
today's gonna
success.
go.
All right.
Great success.
20 to 15.
19.
19 for RTM. 18 for Carr.
18 for Milgram.
18 for Melgrim.
I'm glad y'all are rolling with the shit.
What's your dexterity, Melgrim?
Oh no.
15.
15. What's your dexterity, Carr?
12.
Melgrim will be going first. All right. 15 to 10.
11. Be in here.
Oh yeah, there's Barry.
11
Nice.
for Gandolin. All right.
Yes, your boy.
All right.
All the way.
10 to 5.
9.
5
Wow.
to 0. 4 for
Big
Milo.
4, baby.
All right.
Coming in
And the
strong,
moment of
alright?
truth. What bonus do you get to initiative there, Gandolin? No way. I DC'd. That's so unfortunate.
I have a
Okay.
20 dex. If that was
I'm
not
back
heard.
now, but I'm
On-
gonna have to
on brand
restart the
immediately.
board.
Oh
Ah,
no.
I hate that. You have a 20 dex?
Correct.
Oh well, that's fun. So, as I have to exit really quickly, I'm gonna have to reset initiative too. We're gonna go down that lineup one more time so I can write it down. Crowley, correct?
25.
25. Then Koshik next.
Koshik 22.
19, I think, was next with me.
Yep. RTM was next, and then Melgrim, and then Carr.
Milgram.
Stick with us, guys. I'm sorry, my internet connection is giving me problems. My whole computer is giving me problems today, actually,
How dare you?
and I don't know why.
James says, I'm going to be a paladin of vengeance against you in real life.
Avenge my megabits.
Please be a paladin of vengeance against this unstable connection.
Against Google. All of Google.
I will smite your Ethernet port.
Uh-oh.
Don't look at the stream. If you are, look away. Okay. I got a lot of
What?
boards there.
That's a lot of boards.
All right, and while this loads in, I
There's a
got
lot of those.
Crowley, Koshik, Artyom, Melgrim. Who was next?
Car at 18
Carr.
as
Carr.
well.
Yep, Carr was 18. Gandolin was next, correct?
11. Yep.
Then we had Gandolin, Gorham, and Milo, right?
Right. Bringing it up on the lower end of the spectrum.
Milo, what did you roll?
Down here.
2 on the dice.
Plus
For a
what?
total of 4. Oh,
For a total
four.
of 4? Gorham, what did you have?
9.
Total of 9, right? Okay.
Mama. Ooh.
So, the only one, I'm gonna leave it in exploration mode, but nobody move unless it's your turn. How about that? That way I don't have to worry about that.
How about that?
We are
Where the
gonna
fuck
start
is
off
my
initiative
team?
with Crowley.
Way the fuck back here. Oh shit.
Yeah, like how far back am I?
Y'all are far
You
away.
guys
from
are
me.
100 feet
We are
away,
pretty
like you guys left off when RTM sent in Barrick.
You say that like it was just last week.
It was just last week. It was just
Okay.
last month.
Okay, deal. I got, yeah, sure.
You guys started off 100 feet away as RTM sent up Barrick and cast Remove Earth.
All I remember is that Gandalf is so super far ahead,
I'm
so that
fine.
falls.
He's-
Yeah, I you know,
Great
I wish.
success.
Let's see.
We're all fine here now.
We're all fine here. Yeah, 100 feet away, you say, Gandalf?
Wow.
RTM is 100 feet away from the horse itself.
Okay.
He could just see within.
So you're relatively far away.
My tailspine still says
A lot of
90 on the
handkerchief, and I
DM.
wave farewell to Gandalf, and then I guess I'll move up.
All
I'll
right.
move up. Actually, you know what? I will double move. Is what I'll do.
Okay.
Get your ass back here.
I resummoned Brittany. See, let me know if that fixes your issue.
I did, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
There's the
Don't
map.
don't forget that I currently have a pass without a trace going.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all are all real stealth in my.
You are yeah, very true. Good call on that. Which the range, if you want to remind everybody, is 30 feet,
20
I think.
20. I'm
20.
pretty sure.
I
20
think
feet?
I think it's 30 feet radius of you. I would double
I mean, I
check.
could be wrong. Let me check real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, it is 30 feet. Oh, must be thinking of 20-foot cube for the other thing.
So staying
Yep.
within, and I'm going to measure this out, even though this might change in the next turn. Staying within 30 feet of RTM.
Okay, so I just want to move 30 feet ahead of RTM.
Okay. All right, go ahead and move yourself.
So help me out here.
The squares are 10 feet, so you can just
10 feet?
Yeah, the squares are 10
Yeah,
feet.
each one of the big squares is 10 foot. So that is.
There you go. Thank you for the measuring tool.
30. Okay, 50. So I should be right there, I think.
Okay.
I think you could get one more. Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you can get one
I'll
more.
take that one more.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. You know what I'll do? I'll use my Tales from the Beyond as a bonus action since I'm pretty sure I can do that. Yep. And we will roll.
All right.
And what do we have? I will tell you now. I got a 5, so Tale of the Avenger. For 1 minute.
They just like this horse ominously floating.
Yeah, and that's gonna end my turn. Yeah, I'm a bard.
Do you not see the spider part of it as
I
well?
see it. I
Okay.
see it.
Okay. All right.
But it's like the horse is like wiggling around, and
Oh.
I don't like that at all.
It's just it's in the midst of its lurch right now. All right, and then
That's
Crowley's turn.
terrible.
That's gonna bring us around to Kaushik and RTM. You're on deck. No, yeah, Kaushik and then RTM. You're on deck. Second guess myself.
Okay, so I do want to move up by Crowley.
Okay.
Or maybe a little bit behind Crowley since I am a little bit further behind, but I do want to stay in the Pass Without a Trace circle.
Yep.
So I'll pop myself up right over here. And are we in line of sight of the creature? Because on the map it looks like it's in a hut, but I'm sure we can all see it, right?
It is in a hut. RTM moved up right here to see the plot of land right beside it. To remove that. So Barrick flew in there and removed that. You can't really see. You can probably see the beginnings of its maw starting to lunge out at Gandalf.
That's enough for me to cast a spell on it, right? If
Sure.
I see any
Yeah.
bit of it. Perfect. Okay. I would like to do a guiding bolt.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at.
I'm gonna say since you can just kind of see the front of it, I'll give it a little bump to its AC. We'll call it like partial cover.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. It's a 19 plus 9 for 28 total.
That will hit. That will definitely hit. D&D
Perfect.
Beyond is treating you all right so far.
So far, I have gotten a 19 and a 20.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
Right, and I'm doing this with a 3rd level, so it's going to be 66 radiant damage for a total of 25 radiant damage.
25 radiant. All right.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I should probably have the. Now I got to pull the monster stat sheet back up.
It's looking bloodied, right?
Yeah.
Just a horse. That's all.
It's
20,
it's
25,
like
correct?
yeah,
Okay.
a
Correct.
horse-sized spider with horse stats.
And then for my bonus action, I would also like to cast a 1st level guiding bolt, just for an extra little bit of boom.
Okay, sure.
I'm trying to help my boy out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Russian screaming in the
That was a nat. Oh no, that was a nat 1. That's a 7. My bad. I can't. It looked like a nat 1. 7 plus 9 for 16 total. So
16 is
going
gonna miss.
It's gonna miss. Okay. Alright. That's it then.
All right. 2 guiding bolts coming out of Koshik's hands. Gandoin, as you see this thing lunge for you, its front teeth growing from blocky, vegetative eating teeth to just spines in its mouth as it lunges towards you.
Ah!
Just gets filled as it's screeching and gets filled with guiding bolt energy as Koshik's over your shoulder with 2 smoking finger guns.
Let me do that real quick.
All right.
That's good.
Nice.
Yay! Oh God.
All right. Ending Koshik's turn, that's going to bring us around to our team. Our team, what are we doing?
All right, I'm going to move up over here a few feet. I think that should keep everyone within 30 feet.
Looks like it, yeah.
And do I have a better line of sight to the creature itself from right here?
Yeah, I'd say you see about what Koshik does from right here. Remember, I have it lit up so the stream can see and everything, but this is at night.
Dark.
So
Right.
those without dark vision cannot see.
I was gonna say that's
Right.
fine 'cause I have vision.
It's nice. It's nice and bright for me, right? Because it's now lit up with guiding bolt energy.
It is. It is.
Ah!
You can see
My
the true
poor-
horror
My
before
poor
you.
human eyes.
I am going to give my good buddy Gandalin some wiggle room to get out of there and us some room to move up. So I am going to wrap it in a wall of thorns.
Okay. All right. Where
With a
are
10
you
feet
casting?
radius, 10-foot radius around it, so it's just completely just blocked in because it's a large creature, right?
It is. So you can see sort of the beginning of the hut. Are you trying to just cast it at the beginning of the hut? Because you can't see
Please.
all the way around the creature.
Please don't hit me with the wall.
I saw it crawling out with Barrick.
Right. But you don't have that line of sight right now as you.
Right, but I know roughly how big it is, so I'm just casting this from what line of sight I have and then the radius around it.
Okay.
That makes
All right.
sense.
Sure. Yeah.
I also like to call Barrick back as a reaction
Your
before
boy
killing him with my wall of thorns.
Okay. You're gonna do that before you cast your wall of thorns.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Poor Barrick would be dead.
All right. There you go.
Goodbye, Rato.
There's that. Give me a quick perception check.
That
Sure. Disadvantage?
Yes.
is the big dark.
Oh, it's 11. Dirty 20.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wow.
And what's the radius on Wall of Thorns again?
It's a 10-foot radius circle.
All right. So we are gonna go to our. Let me get that out of here.
You want a measuring tool, Jones?
No, I think because
Oh
the
no,
creature
excuse me, it's
itself is
actually a
large.
20-foot diameter. That's 20 feet high, 5 feet thick.
Okay.
So
Uh,
I would definitely not do it in a manner that would hit Gandalin. I'm not trying to lock him in for the.
Yeah. With that, you'd have to cast it.
Yeah, I'll cast it like back here or something.
Yeah, that's about all your line of sight will allow. All right.
As I am not getting stuck in the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put some twigs on the ground real quick. Oof! I wish my
Right
computer
here.
was running much better.
Help, mother.
Okay. Oh yeah, don't be looking at the stream, by the way.
Big herd.
Stream, don't say anything. Chat, hush.
Does this cause any damage to the building itself?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I was just curious.
It got real thorny in here all of a sudden. And it's like a solid wall, right?
Right, it obscures vision, so
Okay.
hopefully it should give us a little bit of a wiggle room to push up on this creature.
Can I see?
All
Unless
right.
it just immediately burrows underneath it or something terrifying like that. That face! Well, it's done now!
Does it need to make a save?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
All right, that is a 14 on the save.
14 on the save, that is a failure. It
All
will
right.
take 14, 22, 26, 27. 40 damage flat.
All right. Very nice.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute.
Monsieur Spider, please.
All right. Very well. You reach out, wall of thorns around the spider, breaking line of sight in between you and the spider, Ganwin, giving you a little bit of breathing room.
I'll say the gun going through the mental leak. Get the fuck out of there. Get back to us.
No shit.
You just hear from within, you're just going crazy as these thorns go
This
up inside of it.
So angry. It is not happy. Oh, no.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Artyom?
That is it.
All right, Melgrim, your turn. And then Carr, you are on deck.
Oh no, what is this?
Dun-dun.
All right. Let's see. We are gonna.
Oh yeah, Melgrim. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna run up,
10, 15.
get far in front of Artyom as we can.
All right, that's 35 feet right there that you just moved.
All right, so that, and then we're gonna dash
All right,
because I'm not in range to attack anything.
right.
Another 35 feet should be one square. Oh no, 35. 2. And that should still be. Is right here still within Artyom's
Pass without a trace.
No, it is not.
Okay, then we are gonna stop right there.
Okay.
I feel like we might be. Actually, is Pass Without a Trace still up?
Oh no, it's
Because
not,
of Wall of
actually. It's
Thorns?
concentration spell.
Oh.
So Fast Wall of Trace goes down anyway.
Gotcha.
So
Well, there you
feel free to
go.
move wherever.
I did not just DC again. I really did. I hope my board reconnects.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Oh,
lost
no.
connection again. This is apparently going to be a problem. Okay, I'm back. Wonderful. All right, Melgrim, so you're going to move
Nice.
up a couple of more feet. Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna whip out the sword and.
Hey, yeah, we're
All
going
right.
full aggro now. Let's go, boys.
He said pass without trace is gone. Time for pass with every single trace possible.
All right. And then
Pass with saving my fucking ass. That's what I would like to be passed right now.
Carr, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna need help
Okay.
on the mechanics of what I can and can't do for how this works. So, can Ian, can you show me, or whoever's controlling my person, can you show me where I am?
Yep.
There's God's flashlight. There it is.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so can I see? Do I have line of sight on this at all?
No,
The
you
creature?
don't. Yeah,
Not right
he's
now, you
Uh,
don't.
yeah.
Not on.
Artyom has walled it off completely inside.
Okay,
Yeah, you
but I
stop.
know it's there. Like,
Right.
okay, so I want to move can move 30 feet. So can I move 30 feet closer so I can get closer? How far away from the thing?
Oh, I can't select her mini.
Ian can, or whoever.
I got you. I'll change it to where.
Thank you. Sorry.
Not a problem.
I'm such a pain behind.
Oof. My computer's struggling today. All right, you should be able to control it now.
1, 2, 3.
We're all like bunched up. Okay.
Okay, you get about right there in your first 30 feet.
Okay, and how far are we still to where the horse spider is?
About another 40 feet to the dome itself, or to the hut itself.
Okay. And Gandalf is.
I DC'd again. This is going to be a problem.
60 feet to you. Okay. Okay, in that case, can I use my bonus action to move again? Because I've got, for my bonus action, I can move up to my speed toward the enemy of my choice.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, but it says that I can
Can't
see or
see.
hear. I can.
Did you say here? Does it say see and hear, or see or hear?
See or hear.
Oh yeah, you said it was going wild in there.
Yeah. I'll say you can definitely hear it.
Okay, well then I'll move another 30 feet.
Okay.
There you go.
To get closer to Gandalf.
Look at these mechanics.
Slowly, I learn one thing each week. Okay, and then what I want to do is cast giant insect. It's going to be a giant scorpion.
Okay.
And I can cast it up to 30 feet away.
All right.
So I want to position it between Gandalf and the horse.
All right.
Thorns right there.
Yeah. Currently, there are
Gandalf and thorns.
You can. I'll say you can cast it sort of right beside Gandalf.
Okay.
Though the thorns are taken in the front entrance right now of this thing. So Gandalf.
Oh.
Gandalf, you are greeted by another massive bug immediately behind you.
There he is.
The big sigh. The sigh of returning.
It's just happening so much right now. This is so unfortunate. All right. Well, and it's not going to reconnect me now because it's happened 5 times in a row. Well, yeah, you cast it. You can cast it right there beside Gandalf, no problem.
Okay. I don't want to block Gandalf's retreat, but I want it to be ready to jump in front of him.
It's fine.
To like between him and the horse and it.
Right.
They're all good. They're all good.
What kind of scorpion do you summon up?
A giant one. I don't know.
I didn't know if it looked funny or anything.
A big one. It's a big, green, and it looks
very intimidating one.
Do I?
It's a very intimidating one.
A big Ben.
Yeah, it looks super scary, but also nurturing if you're on its side. No.
It's got like a pouch.
No.
Like a kangaroo. It's a pouch. It's a marsupial scorpion.
But that
So
would look
very angry motherly. Gotcha.
right.
I'm trying to imagine how that would look.
Car just like seen forward, and when I get to that point, just stopping and just like planting myself in the ground, and my arms go over my head and then come down, and just bam. And then that summons the scorpion, and it's just there, and it's big, and it's like this green brown giant thing that just looks fierce and solid and kind of protective too, because you can see it's like right there trying to get. You can see it's poised.
As you are now trapped in between horrifying insects, or arachnids rather.
Can I call out to Gandalf?
Yeah.
Or is that
Russian screaming?
Okay. And I'll just say, sorry. Oi, Gandalf, get away!
Ah!
All right.
Yep, this is planned. This is planned. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Ending Car's turn. That is going to bring us to Gandalin. Gandalin, what would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to follow the advice I have been given.
All right.
Because there's thankfully a, let's see here. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Kind of back this way.
Are you continuing your stealth or are you hauling ass?
I am hauling ass.
Okay.
Two beams of energy have gone flying past me. There's a dwarf with an on fire sword. There's a lot going on here, so I'm just kind of like, woof. I'm gonna get back there and I'm just gonna whip out the kukri and hold an action to if that thing comes within 30 feet, chuck a kukri at it.
Okay. All right. Holding your action. Ending. Oh, wait a minute. That's gonna take your reaction. There you go. Ending your turn there, Gandalin. That's gonna bring us around to Gorham. Yep. Gorham lets out a massive battle cry in the background.
Give me your best yee.
Unfortunately, a big bug flies in your mouth when it happens, and it comes out just like that.
All right, so, oh god, oh, that's not where I put that at all. So me and Bursty Boy.
Yeah, I need to put Bursty on here.
They're not appearing in this film. Just gonna double move. This is 40 right here. There.
Oh, I keep forgetting to put Bursty in here as a unique creature, I guess.
I feel that.
Bursty, where are you? Come on.
Bursty appears in just a moment as a small creature, and then when you say that, he gets to his actual size. There we go. And
Piglet.
The emotes.
there we go. All right.
A burstlet.
And double move to right there.
Inappropriate, Bursty. Oh, where'd I go?
I don't know.
You killed him.
I really don't know where you went. I'm
merged with Bursty. Y'all did the fusion dance.
I'm not gonna re-click on you because I'm not sure where that would take me on the map. So I'm just going to
away.
Probably. I'm just gonna plop. Where did you go right then?
Don't. Gorham is under the map currently.
Wonderful.
Is he really?
There you go. You should be on top now. That's weird.
Oh.
There he is. Look at him.
Look at him go.
All right. So you're gonna double move up there with Bursty. Anything else for your turn?
Try to make the map work again. No.
All right.
Reviving.
Very well. Uno momento por favor.
Oh no.
What did you call me?
We don't like spiders around these parts. That's all I'm saying. Hold on. Oh, pause. Time out.
There is no timeout.
I didn't do anything to that horse.
I didn't do anything to that horse.
It's a horse. It doesn't matter. Horses only crave violence.
Ian had a nickel for every time he had to say that.
The screaming goes silent momentarily.
Oh, good job, guys. You killed it. Fantastic. Nicely done. It must be what that means.
and then bursting forth from the earth in front of you.
Oh, fuck! Yeah, no, you didn't kill it. It's not dead. It is not dead.
The horse is not going to be following around for the journey, but it is still there, horse head and all, just so I don't have to do this. And
I guess that triggers
We
my
don't like this.
fucking
a
knife.
little bit.
it does. You said you're going to be throwing that, correct?
I know. Yeah. So I mean, unless you're feeling especially kind, it'll be a disadvantage.
Correct.
It was poised to chuck. Yeet. Well, it's double 14, so 26.
26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll
Fantastic.
damage.
You fucking demon creature.
Did you hit the horse or the spider, though?
Good question. I don't know.
Where were you aiming with a 26? I'll say it's yours.
I don't know what I would imagine. Its face would have been first, so in the horse face.
Okay, right into its horse face.
So that's 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing. All right.
Magical piercing. I will clarify just in case that matters.
It does.
Good to know.
All right. And now, for its turn. Let's see
Oh, please no.
what
Have
it's got
mercy.
at its disposal.
I hear Russian people love horses. And spiders, maybe. I don't know. All of God's creations.
All of you are about within 10 feet of it, it looks. From its center square, I'm not sure if Gorham counts. He said 15. I think that's at 15.
I guess it's kind of hard to have a
Gorham,
center
what square?
when it
What
takes up
square are you
4.
in? Did I DC again? Shit.
Nope. No,
Okay, there we go. All right, I just wanted to make sure because that's been a problem today. And now it is gonna make its 5 attacks.
Shit. Oh no.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. How do you cock a D6?
I'm not scared of the fucking spider.
All right. Does a 16 hit your scorpion?
Yes, hit the scorpion, please.
Yes,
Armor
it
class
does.
15, unfortunately.
Yep. 15.
All right.
Yep.
Crack, crack. As 2 of these spider legs kick out, and on the bottom of them, you see these horse-like hooves that just kick back and crack the shell of your scorpion. For
That's what?
Do the hooves have horseshoes on them?
do what?
Do the hooves have horseshoes on them?
They
No.
do not.
Who's shoeing this thing if it has horseshoes? Who the fuck?
Hey,
It-
man,
it had a
that's
bit
heat
and
metal
bridle.
right there.
It did have a bit and bridle, which you,
No.
Gandalf, you would have saw retracted into its form as it lunged at you.
I hate the tier. I hate the tier. I hate the tier. Anything where the ground is too wet is a terrible place. That is
Okay.
what I have learned.
4, 5, 6. Your scorpion takes 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Alright. A little better now.
1, 2, 3. Gandalf, this one's coming at you.
Bring it on, bitch horse.
Oh yeah, that's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Shield!
You take 12 points of slashing damage,
Ow!
and then 1, 2, 3,
You
1, 5.
asshole!
Another one coming for the scorpion.
Yep.
This
Keep
is,
doing that.
oh, that's a natural 1. That's gonna miss.
Fantastic.
And then 1, 2, 3 again. Another one coming at Gandalf.
Bitch horse. Spider.
That is a 19 to hit Gandalf.
That hits right on the money.
All right. 8, 16.
Gah!
You take 22 points of slash. 8, 16 plus
That's fine.
22 points of slashing damage from that one.
Alright. Ow.
Alright. That's its 4 hooves. And now bite.
Yep, this way. Ow.
5. what I say? 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gandalf, that's gonna be you again.
Yeah, you aren't shit.
As
You aren't shit.
as you see, it's those fangs that had grown out. The gums actually extend out nearly like an alien mouth from the movie Alien, and bite down or try to bite down and clamp on you.
I unleash a
For
very
another natural
manly
one.
scream.
That is gonna
fantastic.
go over there for now. I'm done with that dice for tonight.
Nope, keep using it.
As you bring up the kukri and just sort of the snapping mouth staying off of you.
Manly scream.
And it is taking some damage this turn.
What? Uh-oh.
As you see, as it erupts out of the ground, following right behind it, you see a couple of those sacks laying in the laying in the ground below it as they hatch, and you see tiny spider horses. It opens up.
Shit.
Tiny spider horses.
And their legs pull themselves out, and they go and look around, and then they see Gorham, Bursty, and Carr all around the opening of this, and they go and run at you.
Yes. Stay over there. Stay
All right.
away from me.
One is going to come over here. One is going to make its way, crawls just over its mother straight towards you, Carr. Gorham, call low or high?
Hi.
All right, it's low. So it is gonna go for you.
Bursty, no, do your job.
For only an 8 to hit though. And then Carr. That hits?
No.
Carr, that's
Dear
a
God.
15 to hit you.
Hits.
It hits? Alright.
Yep.
Very well. As it runs over, and it's actually going to forego its damage this round as it runs up to you, and you see these tiny little hooves on these tiny spider legs as it runs up your body, and you see as these hooves get up onto your body, they have this sticky like web-like substance. You're grappled.
Sugar.
All right. That is going to end the turn though. Ending that turn, Milo. It is. Oh, Milo's not there.
Milo left instructions.
All right. Well, let's hear those instructions.
He said he was going to fly up 15 feet and move 15 feet in the direction of the fight.
Okay.
And then fire a firebolt at the spider.
All right. 15 feet up. 15 feet towards the fight. 1, 2, 3. Right about there. Disappeared into the ether for me. There you go. And he is going to fire a firebolt at the spider. All right, Milo, go ahead and roll your firebolt. We've already moved you up.
Oh, hey, you returned. Okay, perfect. I was about to roll it. This is going to be bad luck for him.
You stepped away. I don't know if you heard about baby spider horses, but there are now two baby spider horses attacking Gorham, sort of harrying Gorham and Bursty, and it seems like these sacks on the back of it are erupting and producing baby spider horses, and they're attacking Carr and Bursty and Gorham. So, which one are you aiming at?
I have line of sight on Mama.
Yeah, absolutely. She's big.
We're gonna line of sight. We're gonna ping Mama.
Okay.
As a 22.
22 hits. Yeah.
Great success.
Great success.
Great success.
For 14 fire.
Karnath endorsed.
Very nice.
Great success.
Milo, as you send out this streak, you see two 2, 3, 4 more eggs fall onto the ground.
Oh no! Stop hitting it! Milo, you fucker! Oh. It's not good at all.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Milo?
Yes. Where am I?
You were
Oh, boy.
furthest
we're
back
going
right
to-
here.
I'm going to have the drone move 30 feet off of me, hopping off of me towards the fight.
Okay.
Also 15 feet in the air. Let me make sure that's within the range of its.
Little force cannon.
Yeah. I think it is, but I want to double check. I want to make sure it's 30 feet. Yes, 30 feet. Would is the thing within 60 feet of me? Because that would be.
Yeah, it
30
looks
feet
like it.
closer to it.
You said it's going to move 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15. Someone measure out 30 for me as well. It's just beyond 60 feet, actually. But it is within 60 feet of your drone.
Okay. No, will it be within... Yeah, okay, so the drone will move 30 feet closer and then be within 30 feet of the drone, was my question. I didn't realize my drone had a thing.
Not quite, unfortunately. You are about 65 feet away, making it about
35.
35 feet. So you're just outside of the range.
That little spider 5 feet closer?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it is.
Alright. Okay. We'll
Please
do
stop
that.
making more baby spiders, Milo.
Making an attack roll against baby spider horse.
And that'll be 17.
17 will hit the baby spider horse.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Your facial expression, I was like, oh no.
Great success.
That'll be a blistering 5 points of force damage.
All right. We're gonna call that baby 1. Doing 5 points of force damage to baby 1. You see, your drone fires out as it hits the baby spider, and it just falls back a little bit. You see, Mama Spider Horse just go and look up at your drone.
Oh no.
Yes, fight the drone.
That is the turn.
That's your turn. All right, ending Milo's turn, bringing us to the top of initiative. Back to Crowley's turn. And B2JORJ, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
So, seems pretty rough for Milo over there.
For Milo?
I'm sorry, Gandalf.
Gandalf's in a little bit worse spot.
I'm fine. Hey, okay. I'm fine. Never been better.
All right.
Fireball. No.
Just give me a second.
Synaptic
Just hear
static.
Morgan Freeman's voice. He was not fun.
All right.
He was not fun.
So, basically, that needs to be a little lower, but I'm going to. Crowley's going to raise his hand as a wall of green force surrounds that spider.
Okay.
And the eggs that just dropped off of it as he casts a wall of force around it.
Hey, fantastic.
All
to
right.
separate it from the others.
Okay. Very
Gandalf
well.
will move away, gets healed. Everyone else deal with the smaller spiders, and then we will surround the bigger one. I'm hoping that gets the eggs that we're down to. I'm trying to 10 radius down.
Let's look at it real quick.
Am I in that circle?
You shouldn't be. I'm trying to move it around. I'm just bad at moving the circle
Gotcha.
around.
I'm just
so-
looking up like, please.
If anything, the scorpion might get it.
Come in closer.
No.
The range is
Cage
120.
match now between the scorpion and the spider.
Yeah, our
Yes,
scorpion's
that's
the
fine.
natural enemy of spiders. I watch
Whoa,
Spider-Man.
whoa.
So you're trying to do the sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet.
Yeah.
All right, which you would need to do the whole 10 feet in order to get the spider itself.
You know, it looks a little bit smaller than the radius of 10 feet. That's all I'm saying.
It's a large creature. With a radius of 10 feet though, that will be 20 feet across.
Yeah.
So,
you know, if I have to, let's just you just tell me what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Whoa now.
We're gonna bring that sphere down to because the eggs did fall down in the hole. That's how I described it.
Yeah.
In order to
so
do
it's
that,
gonna be like 20 feet tall, but it'll be 10-foot radius.
Oh, so it's like a tube?
Yeah.
Well, it's a sphere. It's either a dome or a sphere.
Yeah.
So in order to get it,
we are trying to encapsulate it, and I can raise the dome or the sphere up and down to wiggle it about. So
I think Gandalin is fine. I think it's good here. All right.
Fantastic.
I wish I'd have known you had taken that spell because I would have had a conversation with you about that spell. But since we have not and I did not, that is on me, and we will leave it be for now.
What spell was it that you cast?
Wall of Force.
Wall of Force? Force?
Correct.
Battlefield control. So, and then I'm going to. Who is still near me over here? Let's see, who is this poor soul here? Oh yeah, Melgrim's with it. I'm gonna inspire Melgrim, but it's gonna be magical inspiration. So take a D10 for damage.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. And in your turn, you can go ahead and remove you get the eggs down below as well as the giant spider right now, who's just like frantically just pinging against this force to no avail. This force wall to no avail.
Is the scorpion in there with it?
No, with a 10-foot, he can control it. It's up to 10 feet radius, so he can control that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's just a sphere around it, and it gets some of the eggs down below. All right.
Basically, resilient sphere, but better.
Right. All right. Is that in your turn, Crowley?
It does indeed.
All right. And in your turn, Kaushik, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm trying to measure, but I can't seem to get the thing to work. I just want to see how far I am from the spiders.
From the ones that are available to you, you're about 50 to 55 feet away.
Okay, that's perfectly
About
fine.
55.
I would just like to move up 30 feet.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself.
Oh, dang it. I got my rulers toggled, so now I can't move. Oh my god. Hello? Please? Oh no, now I get it to work. Oh no, how do I get rid of it?
What are you trying to do?
Okay, got it, never mind.
Okay.
I figured it out.
5,
I'm gonna
10,
say that
15,
we'll
20,
move about
25,
here.
30. Okay.
That's probably about there. Then this bad boy I see in front of Bursty.
Yep.
That one.
Mercy's kind of butting foreheads with it right now, about to eat it up.
Okay. Oh well, if Bursty's taking care of that one, I'll take care of the other one beside it.
I mean, both of them. Oh, you do see the one on Car's chest that is currently just like stuck to her. You see her like trying to push it away, and you see its hooves are just like emitting this sticky web-like substance.
Okay, so for that one, I'll go for that one.
Okay.
I would like to. Oh, I don't want to hurt Car. Would my guiding bolt hurt Car potentially?
Depends on your attack roll.
Okay.
Don't roll really bad.
So I think first what I want to do is toll the dead. I would like to toll the spider horse, the baby spider horse.
Baby spider horse's dead is going to be told.
It needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ha! Holy shit! I rolled a 17 plus 1 for 18 total.
I'm gonna guiding bolt.
Gracie says you cannot afford to hold the dead.
Not afford. God damn it,
All
stupid ass spider horse.
All right, you're guiding bolt it. Don't roll a 1.
Well, I get a +9, so I don't think it. Oh well, I guess
Natural 1 is a crit fail on attacks.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, I rolled a 6, so 15 total.
15 hits.
Okay, perfect. And that is 5d6, 15 points of radiant damage.
Holy jeez. That is baby 1 or baby 2? I can't remember. I think that's baby 1.
Baby on Car's chest, whichever baby that is.
That will do the trick with 15 points of radiant damage as you just aim out and your black beam of energy just shoots through the baby spider's horse, and it falls limp onto the ground. Some of it still sticking to your leather scar, but eventually just like peeling off and flopping to the ground. This mama spider horse is going mad in this sphere, trying to break free. All right. What else for your turn, Kaushik?
That's everything for my turn.
That's it for you. All right, and in Kaushik's turn, and remind me of that damage. That was 15, correct?
15, yep.
All right, perfect. And then Artyom, that's going to bring us back around to your turn, and then Amalgam, you're on deck.
All right, I'm gonna move up here,
Okay.
and I'm a flippy flap Barrick over to Gandolin, and have him hop on his shoulder for a second and
You
hit my
little
buddy.
bastard! Look what you did.
Hit my buddy Gandolin with a cure wounds.
All right. Barrick is a bat, right? I got that correct?
Yep, he's a
Okay.
bat.
All right. Put him back on the map. See, flops over here to Gandolin, lands on his shoulder, healing him for
15. Second
15 points of damage. All right.
Hell yeah! Take those.
There you go. What else for your turn, Artyom?
That's it.
All right. Is it an action to summon him again, or a bonus?
There's a bonus action to send him out. Let me double check. I might.
All right,
not
because
be
you
able to do that.
poofed him out of existence so he didn't get stepped on.
Yeah,
in the...
I meant to draw him back to me, but I need to check on it to make sure it's not two different actions to do that.
Okay, you meant for him just to fly back to you?
No.
Okay.
To vanish and
Gotcha.
come back to me.
Just want to make sure.
I'll be prepared to subtract 15.
Oh, well, actually, it's to dismiss it is an actual action in that manner. So.
So Barrick is chilling.
Yeah, Barrick is no longer with us.
Barrett got murdered by Thorn.
Yeah, Barrick got thorninated. All right.
Oh, goodbye, Barrett.
Well, wait a minute. I think Barrick may still be for the living, with the world of the living, because of how you cast it. Does it do that damage to anything within the circle itself?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. If
It only has
was
to be in
on
the wall.
Right.
Right,
it'd have to
and
be in-
Barrick-
So Barrick's still inside.
Barrick
there
was
somewhere.
right here. He's just in the walls currently.
So, assuming that thing didn't murder him.
It did not.
Is there any opening in the roof of that building that Barrick could have flown through, or is that a pretty well maintained building?
Low high.
Always high.
That is a
Big
33.
high.
Unfortunately, this spider seems to be
Alright.
very well at its craft of making horror
Fair
huts.
enough. All right. So Barrick will remain in there, and I will. I'll just do a healing word instead.
Alright.
Okay.
Or you know what? I was using a second level spell anyway, so I will summon up a healing spirit underneath Gandolin.
Okay.
Okay.
The thorns in there will go down.
All right. Very well. I'll start deleting those. Go ahead and roll that healing for Gandolin.
You got like a D6, right?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
1D6.
It's yeah. Well, I rolled a 6, so there you go.
Hey, 6
Nice.
HP.
Indeed.
Take those.
For healing word?
No,
Healing
I did
spirit.
healing spirit.
Oh, healing
instead.
spirit. Healing spirit. That's right.
The
Okay.
little floaty boy. The car wash.
But that is in fact a bonus action. So with my action, I will return Barrick to my pocket or get him out of there.
Okay. All right. You dismiss Barrick as an action, and I will kill him off once more. Okay.
Barrett, no.
In Artyom's turn, that is going to bring us around to Melgrim. What would you like to do?
All right, let's see here. Where am I? All right, yeah, we're going to rage
Very well.
and take our 20 feet of rage movement. That will be Would that get me to this little baby spider right in front of?
5, 10, 15, 20. No, because it's in this square. It's moved up on Bursty, but it's in this square right here. 20 feet of movement will get you right here. It looks like 5, 10, 15. Oh, you can get right here if you want to.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Do that.
All right.
We gon' killinate this little baby spider.
Yeah, hit baby number 2. Go ahead, roll it.
Kill the child.
Oh God.
Destroy the child.
Okay. Why did you decide to go outside the box? That'll be a 15. I'm assuming that does not hit.
15 will hit the baby spider.
Oh.
Woo!
Sweet.
Spider horse.
And
Spider horse.
sword and board.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh, let's see.
I love that this miniature has a wolf on its shield. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool little dude right there. He's got the rage face on and everything.
15 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And let's roll that beautiful fire damage.
Oh, the bean damage.
7 points of fire damage.
It is no. That's a total of 22, correct?
Yes.
It is no more for this world.
Slice.
Sweet.
R.I.P.
All right. Well. I do not know how this little wall of force works, so
Nope, you don't.
Yeah, we're gonna-
This is the first time it's been cast in
Smack it.
combat.
we're
Smack
gonna chill right here. Wait for this. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chilling. Free action to chill. All right. Any Melgrim's turn, that's going to bring us around to Carr. Carr, the young spider horse that was harrying you on your chest, has been zapped by Koshik right behind you as it just sort of peels off and falls to the ground. What would you like to do?
So, are all the baby spiders outside of the dome? They're dead.
They are dead and gone, like
So
a
everything
Justin
else-
Timberlake song.
It's great. Now that's like stuck in my head. So how does this? And my scorpion is not in there with the spider, is it?
Correct. It is not. It's on the outside of the dome of the sphere.
Can I like do a Can I do a spell that originates inside of it or no?
Depends on the spell.
I don't know if you can.
No,
It's
spells
pretty close.
spells
to
can,
Force
but
Cage.
nothing can physically pass through the thing. So depending on the spell you're talking about casting, yes. So if you got a spell in mind, let me know and we'll make a ruling on it real quick.
Don't forget that scorpion's still there and you are concentrating on it.
Right.
And is there a way to get the scorpion inside the thing?
There is
Like-
not. This is an indestructible wall of force, unless someone disintegrates it.
Oh well, let's not do that.
Check the
okay.
spider
None of
spell
us
list
can.
real quick.
Right.
Disintegration spit.
Can I cast blight inside the sphere?
Let's see.
It depends on
I
the.
think you
the
should
wording.
be able to. Give me
It says
one-
necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Of course, there's 50 billion things named a blight, so I gotta actually look.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's not your fault. That's the D&D Beyond thing. Okay, yeah, you can see it draining moisture within 30 feet of you. Con saving throw. Yes, you can definitely do that.
And I'd be casting this at 5th level.
Okay, all right. So that is a con saving throw for it.
A big slurp.
And you said it's got a 50-foot range on it?
It's got a 30-foot range on it.
but it can't go through the sphere.
It would
can't.
originate inside.
Right. But I'm saying like it can't exit the sphere.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Wait, you can, what can't?
That-
So, I'm sorry. What's the question? Kent?
If the blight has an area of effect, does that? And
It's a single target.
It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
it's not an AOE.
Oh, okay.
Right. I rolled a natural 19 on the con save, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be a save.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
It still
con
does
save.
half
Its con
damage.
saves are out of this world. Still does half damage. So go ahead and roll your damage and divide it by 2. Hey,
Okay.
Top Down Tabletop, how are you guys going? They're battling a spider horse right now.
28. So 98. Okay. How would you do this with physical dice? That'd take forever.
Some people have lots of dice.
Okay. So that'd be 20 damage.
Is that halved?
Yes, that's
Alright,
half.
you have that.
It was 40. It was 98.
Okay.
The rate at 4th level is 8d8 plus 1 at 5th
Nice.
level. That made it. That came up to 40.
Nice.
So
All right.
it'd be 20.
So 40 halved down to 20. And you see when you cast this, it still doesn't seem to have the effect that you would expect from your spell. It doesn't seem to do the amount of damage that you would expect from that amount of energy that you've put into the spell. All right. Car, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? Bonus or movement or anything like that?
Let's see. How close am I?
You're right up on it.
I'm right up on it.
Yeah.
I can back up a little bit.
Sure.
So
Sure.
back about 5-10 feet where I have some perspective, and also to where kind of who's moving me? Ian, are you
Oh,
moving me?
I
Or is
guess.
that
How far are you
Alright.
going to move back?
In Tanamo.
yeah? I wanna. Can you move me back and over to the side a little bit because I don't want it to be like all scrunched up on top of everybody. Okay.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. So I have a little perspective. Okay, am I blocking Kaushik?
Nope.
Line of sight. Okay, perfect. That's good. And yeah, I guess I'm done.
All right, and in Car's turn, that's going to bring us to Gainwin. Car is casting this this necrotic spell in it, and even though it doesn't seem to do too much, it still seems to hit it. You see its thorax just like with these eggs on the back. Now that you've finally figured out that they are eggs, just going wild against this dome, and you see its thorax just producing this web inside.
Oh no.
Ending that is going to bring us to Gainwin, and Gorham, you're on deck.
All right. Well, I guess we can't really leave it in here. How long does this last? Say, well, we want to look around here. We got to get rid of it, unless we want to try the run. And so I'm gonna 5, 10. So I'm kind of on the opposite side of it from Elgrim and Gorham.
Okay.
And we are in the dark, correct?
Correct.
It is dark. All right. Let me just double check wording on this. Dim light, darkness. Perfect. I'm gonna lay a hand on my chest and use alleyway respite, burning one of my key points to heal myself for hopefully not too terribly little.
Okay. Oh, you know what I should do
Not bad.
for the homebrew stuff? We should put a homebrew command in there so people know what we're doing. Sorry, I'm just thinking about things.
Absolutely. Heal myself for 7 hit points. That's actually not a bad roll for that. Could definitely be worse. And I guess on the off chance that this is dropped, I'm gonna ready an action to fucking slice it.
Okay. All right. Bonus action to heal up a little bit using some of your key, and you're just gonna ready an action to kukri it up, give it the
Correct.
old hibachi. All right.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
That is gonna be your reaction as well. And then that is gonna bring us to Gorham and Bursty.
All right. Gorham's gonna his hammer up. Ancestors, guide us. And I'm gonna cast haste on myself.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You're now maintaining concentration on haste. All right.
Then I'm going to peek into Bursty's head, move around to his to the other side of him, and once the barrier's down, try to knock him to the ground. Hop off. Oh God, I've ascended.
Oh!
Big one. But yeah, and then you see Bursty just like, all right, cool.
Holy shit, where'd he go? He's so fast.
I heard a splash, so I'm thinking you threw him somewhere.
He's still there for me.
Oh.
He's way the fuck away.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right. I heard a splash. I think it's the music. So I thought you just yeeted him into the ocean somewhere. All right. Yeah, easy enough. You see Bursty getting ready for a charge.
Nice.
All right.
I'm getting ready for the smack, but that is... Crowley, lower this barrier. Let me at him.
Very well. In Gorham's turn, that is going to bring us to its turn. It's going to cast Disintegration at 9th level. No, I'm just playing. It is fought against this thing for quite some time now, just trying to run out and hit things as they run across it, just hitting against the sphere and everything. Oh wait, it did take damage, so.
Oh god, there are more babies inside the fucking.
There are babies inside the sphere that you see hatching at its feet. And this time you see.
Oh no. Nobody's within 15 feet of me, right?
3. There's 3 babies hatch at its feet, and you see this web start just pulsating on its thorax as it looks in this direction.
Oh. Okay, there we go. I'm okay with that.
All right. Ending its turn, and that is going to cost that. Milo, that is going to bring us to your turn. What would you like to do? Where is Milo?
Let's see.
I got the thing on, don't I? Yeah, there they are. There's Milo and his drone. All right, Milo, what you doing?
10, 15, 20.
If you want to make that easier, just use your WASD keys and it'll move you 5 feet at a time, or should.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's very convenient.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
It's much easier when you're flying to like just do that.
Yeah. And when the ground is all covered in that foggy stuff. I'm going to shoot one of the babies that just popped off.
You cannot. They are inside the wall of force with their mother currently.
A lot going on.
Kill them.
We're gonna hold an action to shoot the baby when the wall of force goes down.
Destroy the child.
I would like to see the baby. All right.
25, 30.
And
my drone is gonna do the same.
Okay. To shoot the same baby that you're aiming at?
Since it goes after me, if I kill the baby, a different one. If I don't, same baby.
Okay.
Living baby.
I'm gonna say it's holding its reaction to do something. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because all of this is sort of happening as soon as it drops, right?
It wouldn't be able to do that because I'm using my reaction to attack, and it uses my reaction to attack. So it can't actually do that.
Gotcha.
Well, shit.
In that case, we're gonna drop and do the. Who's that right there? Who dat? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything with this turn, so it's just going to have to wait.
Okay. Sort of sits there waiting for more instruction.
Little tiny crossbow.
Ending Milo's turn, that is going to bring us, and that's going to use Milo's reaction as well, that is going to bring us back to the top of initiative with Crowley.
All right. Crowley's going to drop concentration by casting another spell.
Okay.
He's going to try and cast Hold Monster on the spider.
All right. There are a lot of held reactions here for when this spell goes down.
Right. So I'm 60 feet back. I don't care. Everyone did what I told them. It's okay. So let loose.
I'm gonna say, oh, son of a bitch, how does this work? Jeremy Crawford, get in the chat.
Highest deck scores go first.
I was gonna say we just still do this in initiative, because
Would it be the triggering event? So would his hold monster go off before our reactions, or no?
No, I would say probably the last thing to happen is going to be Crowley casting the spell on his turn, because the triggering response is the thing going down. So as soon as it goes, I just DC'd, and that's real fun. That just
See,
I'm back. Okay.
Wall of Force doesn't go down; it goes up. So
All right.
Bigger.
I am back. Sorry, I DC'd there for a second,
Welcome
but I'm gonna say as it drops, and we're gonna go from below Crowley in initiative, and then go through everybody that was holding an action, and then Crowley, your other spell will go off. Okay, that's how we'll rule it.
that's what I expect.
All right,
Sure.
wonderful. So people that were holding attacks were Gandalin, Bursty, and Milo, and the horse, and the spider horse.
Was Gorm holding his hasted attack to smack?
You don't get your hasted attack when you cast haste, do you?
Yeah, you do. I'm pretty sure you get it on the turn you cast it.
Do you?
I could be wrong. I thought you did. That was always my assumption, anyway.
First, he doesn't have any movement, so he's waiting for his turn.
Okay.
Ah.
I thought you only got your hasted attack whenever you use the attack action.
Nope. You can use your. It's an entire separate action that can be used to dash, disengage, or make a singular attack.
Gotcha.
I'll stab it. I don't give a shit. Is it actually? Do I get advantage on this? Is it within 5 feet of a raging Melgrim? Before I roll it.
Melgrim moved up to kill the baby.
But it looks. It's one of those where it's awkward. Like it might be
he's
like
not,
the square is actually.
He's not in this square though.
Okay.
Which
All right,
would be the
then.
opposing square. So no.
1d. Yeet! Oh jeez, yeeted my dice. Still yeeting my dice. Can it just go? There we go. It's a dirty 20 to hit with my reaction attack.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Fantastic. 3, 7, 15 points of magical piercing.
15 points of magical piercing. All right. All right. Gorham, we'll call it. Go ahead and roll for you.
I don't have any d20s either, so I gotta roll.
In the old beyond.
Nice.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh whoa.
All right.
End it.
Oh, whoa.
Go ahead and roll.
That's 33 bludgeoning damage.
Oh! All right.
Jesus.
1 second as I do some math real quick.
I rolled 3 8s.
You said that's 13 baby spiders? Okay.
Sheesh. 33 you said? Good
Yes, 33.
Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna start rolling some extra baby spiders for all this damage. Good God. All right. Actually, before Milo, the spider horse goes. I'm
fuck.
going to need.
Failed actions. Fucking actions.
I need Carr, Melgrim, and Gorham all to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Ooh, it's ugly. Don't forget your +4s, boys. If you're within whatever.
10 feet.
Melgrim will get that. Carr will not.
Melgrim? Do what I cannot, because I rolled a 10 total.
10.
Rolled a 10 total.
10 will fail.
Oh,
You don't have to tell me, man. I know.
I know.
that's a natural 20.
That will succeed.
go. Great.
Carr,
12.
12 will also fail. Gorham and Carr. Let's see if I can make at least some visual representation here. Here we go. As sticky web shoots out,
Ugh. Not at all.
you are both restrained and blinded at the moment.
Oh shit.
All right.
Hmm.
Melgrim able to duck down as this cone of web just shoots out from in front of it. All right. That is its turn now. Milo, you get your reaction against the baby of your choice.
I'll roll it since he just walked away.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeet! That's a natural one.
Oh no.
Why don't we just wait till he gets back? Let him try it.
Milo hurls a little bit in his helmet as he sees this nasty web get thrown all over the Dwarven brothers and Carr, and just shoots the mud beside one of the spider babies.
What are
All
you
right.
aiming at?
Now, those are all of the held turns. That's going to come us back to the top of the round with Crowley's hold monster, correct?
Indeed.
Which I need to read up.
You need to roll a wisdom save.
I need to see
Unless
if
you're,
I'm...
and also if you're undead, it doesn't work. So
I think it hits most things, but I'm not sure what ones.
Right, I need to see what the effect is.
Paralyzed.
yep, paralyzed.
Right,
It's
no,
just
no,
like
no,
old
no.
person. Oh, okay.
There's no effect on undead at the end of each turn.
I heard a frog.
There are some frogs out here. All right.
Old
Let's
bastards.
see what happens here.
Why aren't they helping us? Gloop, is that you? Hello. Help me.
Is a 17 total.
All right, yep, that passes, so it doesn't work.
All right.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to grant. How far away is Gorham from me? I might have to move up 1 second.
All right. Gonna measure real quick just so you're aware. 52 feet or 50 feet or
Oh
so.
yeah, I give Gorham inspiration, the normal kind, so ability
Okay.
saves, attacks, etc.
Bonus action, bardic inspiration on Gorham. All right.
And I will end my turn.
In your turn, Kaushik, the sphere is dropped. Attacks are released. Web is all over Gorham, Melgrim, and Carr. They seem to be fighting against it. It seems to be like holding their limbs to their body. What would you like to do?
So, what do I see here? How many baby spiders are there here?
There are
Just
3
three?
immediately
There's
under
three?
her
Where's the
feet.
third one? Where are you at, little third? Okay, I see him. He's under
Oh,
the
there's,
third.
oh yeah. Too many. That's how many.
Okay, so
Wait
I
until they
think...
Megazord together and become a spider horse helicopter.
No, no.
How dare you?
No. please.
Grapple onto it like pauldrons and stuff. Like, ah.
I think I'm just gonna go. Oh wait, no, I need to get. Is it established that Mama makes babies every time she's hit?
Looks like it.
Is that
Probably
okay?
so.
Looks like every time she
Okay.
takes damage, some fall to the ground and hatch.
Ugh, okay. Well, how about this? Let me. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make a decision. I don't know if it's a good one or not.
Do what you must.
Did you roll
Please
with
don't
advantage
kill
on your
us.
first attack, Ganwin?
It would have been a straight roll because it was a disadvantage
'cause
because
you
of the
threw it.
range attack.
That's right.
But I rolled double 14, so it didn't make a difference.
There you go. What you doing there, Kaushik?
I think I want to try to cast banishment on Mama Spider
Okay.
just for now, so we can deal with these babies and maybe get some healing up before we have to deal with her again.
All right.
And so that's a
Probably a wisdom saving throw.
save.
Charisma
charisma.
saving throw. Much worse for her.
Great success.
All right,
A very
charisma saving
charismatic
throw.
spider. That's why we knew it wasn't
It's
an
a
actual
very-
spider.
Its head
That's
has
how
a
we could
very
tell.
beautiful pony on top of it.
Its acting was very subpar. That's how
It
we
was
knew.
cute until the eyes moved forward. Now it's not charismatic anymore.
Not a bad roll.
What is that?
This is 16 on the dice, but it is -2 for a 14.
Lovely.
Is that? I assume that's a
Banished it
failure.
is. Yes.
Bye-bye.
Banished it shall be.
Holy shit.
Out of
Um,
existence.
And that is in action, obviously. So I would like to let me see how long it's banished real quick.
One minute or until you lose concentration.
Unless
Okay.
it's not native to this plane. If it's native to another
Correct.
plane, it is gone.
Correct.
Oh. Okay.
We'll find out.
Is it a bonus action to talk, or can I just talk and then also use my bonus action?
It depends on what you're trying to say. If you're trying to communicate some complex ideas or something, we might call it a bonus action. But just,
Yeah, all I want to say is, it won't be gone long. Let's take care of these babies while we can.
yeah, easy enough.
Absolutely.
And then as my bonus action, I would like to toll another baby.
Okay.
Hold the baby.
Toll the child.
All right. I would like to toll the child. All right. Which one are you going for?
Oh no.
I will go for the one right in front of Gandalf, right here.
All right.
That one.
All right. We're gonna call that, since that's the first one getting attacked, we're calling that baby one. Baby 1, 2, 3. That's a natural 18 plus 1. I shit you
He
not.
does not get told. He does not get told. That's
It
right.
is such an unruly child.
They're
not
just
wrong, child.
stark raving mad that whatever you done with Mama. Oh my god! It just looks at you, cautioning, and goes, and starts to run at you. Oh no!
Froze again.
I froze. God dang it!
Fucking
Am I gonna
banished the
regain
dungeon
connection?
master.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
is it-
regain connection, unfortunately. But you see this spider horse, the baby spider horse, turn towards you, Kaushik, and just go and start running at you. And then Kaushik's turn, that is gonna bring us to Artyom. Artyom, if you give me just a minute to relaunch the game, but you can go ahead and start with your turn if you'd like to.
I've got a couple of quick questions. First off,
No.
Is the area that it shot this big spider web stuff in, is that area seem like it's covered in webs?
Yeah, the rest of it has fallen to the ground right now, which if you step in it, maybe something will happen, but everything, it's not like clinging to everything, if that answers what you're looking for. I don't know what you're looking for.
And do the webs seem like they're magical in nature at all? Like, are the webs moving, or they just seem like it's a biological effect?
They are not currently moving, but they did come from a spider horse.
Okay.
I don't like what that intimates.
I mean, I'm just stating the facts.
Have either of the dwarves taken damage in this combat? Did I see them get hit at all? I'll take that as a no.
No.
So I will move my healing spirit back around to where Gandalf was at with a bonus action and swing it around the rest of those spiders and hit the scorpion as well.
Okay.
Gandalf will get 4 more points of healing, and the scorpion will get 2.
How far can your spirit move in one turn?
30 feet.
30 feet. All right. I'm going to put this right here. Don't worry.
Oh my goodness. That's a big old spirit.
It's not going to stay that. It's not going to stay that big. Don't worry.
I don't want that passing through my space.
Too bad.
I'm good.
You can waste your reaction trying to hit it if you want to, but it's incorporeal.
All right.
I don't have a reaction right now.
I'm just going to simulate your healing spirit. All right. Wonderful. Anything else for your turn there, RTM?
I am going to move up to my fellow druid buddy here and use my action to give them advantage on escaping from the webs.
Okay. All right. When you touch them, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right.
Oh no.
17 plus 3.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Ending RTM's turn. We're gonna call that an aid action, and then that's gonna bring us to Melgrim. What would you like to do, Melgrim?
All right, let's move up a little bit and attack this spider here.
Okay, go for it. That's baby 2.
Baby 2 spider. Baby spider 2.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
For 26 to hit.
We'll definitely hit.
Doo-doo-doo. Uh, 13 points of the slashing damage.
Okay. And your fire? Just go ahead and roll your fire. They don't have resistance to fire.
10 points of fire damage.
For 23. This one is no more for this world.
Word. Now we're gonna... Shit, I was right. Haven't used all my movement yet, have I?
No, you've moved 10 feet.
Okay. We're gonna
Hello.
go for baby number 1 now.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
For 16 to hit.
16 will hit. This is baby
That'll
1.
Be 14 points of the slashing damage.
Okay.
And 7 fire damage.
14, 7. Yeah. Ending it.
All right. Hell yeah.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Ugh, I hate spiders. That's it.
All right. This last one sort of backing up and just sort of looking around. No mama. No nothing. That is going to bring us to... Melgrim, how much damage was that total? Do you know?
The second one was 22.
Second one was 22. First one was...
That one
It was over 20. I'm trying to remember what it was.
a couple.
Shit. 13 plus 9 of fire, right?
Something like
I
that.
thought you got 10 fire.
10 fire.
10
yeah.
fire, so 23. So 22 plus 23.
God damn.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. This is for math purposes. Car,
That's fair.
it is your turn. What would you like to do?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. So
Yes.
I guess I need to escape from the web.
Yes, if you would like to try to do that, you are currently blinded and just sort of held. You do feel some since you are blinded, you don't know what it is, but you do feel, you probably hear Artyom beside you. I would assume Artyom would say something, but he's like trying to help you, free you from this. So you can do that if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I want to try to get out of that.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, let me ask for clarification. So the scorpion goes on my turn. Does it go instead of my turn?
Nope.
Or
I think you use a bonus action to control it. I can't recall.
You can use an action to dismiss it. They act independently on your turn. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to be resolving their actions and movement, but I'm not gonna do that because that's lame. Stop.
Because
Wizard, stop doing this to DMs, please.
that's a lot of work for you.
So it will go independently of you. So it can turn around and attack the spider while you try to escape from this. So for you, first go ahead and roll an athletics check at advantage. Ooh, if I could talk.
At advantage.
Come on, use some of that quarter strength. We got to get out of here.
Flex your abs.
22.
22 will do it. Yes.
Will do it. Oh, phew.
Yes, it will.
Right.
As you rip this and just throw it to the ground. All right. What'd you like to do?
And I don't trust the web. We need to do something about this web. The fire seems to be most effective. Does anybody have fire?
Nope.
Nope.
You do see that Melgrim's sword is lit on fire as he's bonking.
Melgrim, you to put. How far am I from Gandalf?
30 feet. Give me 1 second. Good Lord, please, you don't need that.
Fireball.
You're 25 feet away from Gandalf.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna run over to Gandalf. Oh wait, that was my action, wasn't it?
That was your action.
To escape. Okay, well I'm gonna
Correct.
run over to Gandalf and be near him because I got gifts for him. And then Stuart the Scorpion is gonna hold his attacks for when Mama Horse Spider pops back up.
Okay. Stuart turns around and get. Why isn't he turning for me? Here we go. We'll turn and look to where the spider was. All right. And in Car's turn, that's going to bring us around to Gandalf. What would you like to do, sir?
Fantastic. Hey, hello. I wouldn't stand very near here. I'm gonna step over and stab the fucking baby.
All right, baby, backing up. Go ahead and roll.
Goodbye, you evil shit. 15 on the first attack.
15 will hit.
All right, I don't do this much damages. Melgrim, so 3, 4, 12 points of magical piercing.
Okay.
And if that doesn't kill it, stab it again.
Yep, go for it.
Fantastic. Yay. That's a 17.
17 still hits.
Yay. 5. 13 points of magical piercing.
That will do it.
Fantastic.
To Kukri into this small baby spider, and it just sinks into the mud.
Okay, fantastic. I don't know what the plan is. I'm gonna heal myself again.
Okay, use bonus action, heal up.
Yep.
All right.
I can roll as good as I did last time. Yay.
You rolled that, and in Tailspire there was a splash again. These splash timings are perfect. I thought Bursty splashed, and then this.
Bursty's about to splash.
I guess apparently I'm just gonna see Bursty just vibing back there. I'm just gonna step back to the square I was in.
You do see Bursty getting moving and not really caring that you're there.
Sure, why not? I'll just step back to the square I was in.
Okay. And then Gandalf's turn, Gorham.
Ooh, buddy. I'm gonna try to peel this nasty junk off of my face.
All right, go ahead and make an
body.
athletics check for me.
It's 28.
That will succeed.
You sure?
What would you have done if I said that doesn't succeed?
You'd
I
be
was
stuck.
Shit myself a little.
because I had no my car rolled.
All right.
I'm being targeted.
That is your action. You have a hasted action to bonk one of your party members if you'd like to, and movement and bonus. You know, I just encourage all the options.
Come here, Melgrim. Just give me a bonk. I'm gonna hold my action to bonk the hell out of this
Okay.
bad boy when he comes back. So, question:
What's up?
Can Bursty make a charge attack as a held action?
I'll say so. Why not?
Okay, cool. So he's gonna hold his action to charge.
Okay.
Now that he has.
All right. And in Gorham's turn, there is no spider horse. Milo, it's your turn.
Stay that way.
Everybody's just vibing.
I'd like to use my bonus action to vibe.
Vibe is a free action.
Hell yes.
Vibe, chill, and noodle to the ground. Free actions.
Fantastic. So, gonna move 10 feet up.
Okay.
I'm up on that diagonal there,
All right.
and I can't see shit. I will take a pot shot at Mr. Spiderino here.
There's no spiders.
That is a scorpion.
That is
That's
Car
our
Scorpion.
Oh, I can't see very well for some reason. Like the whole thing's super dark.
This is Car
Don't
Scorpion.
kill Stuart.
Zoom in.
That's what I'm doing right now is trying to zoom in. But I'm traveling some on my travel mouse, which also sucks. Okay. Ah, yeah, it has a tail.
There's currently no active target because
Correct.
it has been banished. So
We're straight vibing in here. Vibing in the Ritz car.
Alright. Second verse, same as the first, hold my action to zip zap.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Alright.
get this man over here, 5, 10, 15, 20. And I can't do reactions with him, so once again, he'll wait.
Okay. Currently, there are no active threats on the battlefield. Kaushik, you know you have a minute on this spell to concentrate. There's nothing that is attacking you currently. If there's anything anybody else would like to do in this 54 seconds of time, unless Kaushik is going to drop it before then.
I will.
if anybody needs healing, we should go ahead and get that
I'm
taken care
feeling
of before.
much more okay than I was earlier. I mean,
I mean, I have a spell I want to do, but
You can hold your action to do that spell.
Melgrim, Gorham, did they use their inspiration? Did you guys use it? At all?
got it.
Still got
I have
it?
not used my inspiration
Gorham
yet.
still. Yeah, Gorham still has his then.
Mm-hmm.
Yarp.
Has
Okay.
anyone else taken damage?
So I'm gonna give Gandalin magical inspiration for D10 to damage.
What?
Magical inspiration for damage. D10.
I think that's only for spells.
Nope, works for attacks as well.
What ability
Okay.
are you using?
Magical
Optional.
inspiration.
It's an optional class feature.
Maybe I'm misquoting. I can find it again real quick.
So I think Valor Bards specifically are the ones that can add to damage rolls, and I think that one's specifically for healing on spells
Right.
and
It's
damage
magical.
on
Yeah,
spells.
it is spells. And I'm just gonna give him regular inspiration then.
I will take it.
Okay.
I guess if it comes back around to my turn, my healing spirit will heal the scorpion for 5 more points of damage. I'm sorry, 4 more points of damage, and Gandalin for 6 more points of damage.
Yeah,
Alright.
I am looking very okay right about now.
So it'll probably be wiggling nearby him.
I'm not. I'm a-okay on the HP front at this juncture.
I will move in a different direction. Actually, you know what? I'll chill behind this tree next to it.
Get a little bit of cover behind the tree.
I want to like ask the party generally, like, do you have any idea how we can fight this thing without it continually dropping babies?
You stab it enough until it's dead. It won't drop anything after it's not living.
Yeah, set fire under it or whatever. It'll be
Is
fine.
it-
Oh,
We'll just have to kill the babies after the fact. Don't think there's anything we can do otherwise.
Once she returns, she won't last long.
right.
Yeah.
If you're ready, I can drop the spell.
Ready?
Go for it.
Are you
guess we're
going
all
to drop
readying
the spell,
actions.
or are you going to hold it until its duration, Kaushik?
Dropping it would cost an action, right?
Dropping it won't cost your action.
How many people have held actions for pop up and
I imagine we would get to go around a couple times, so we could all have a held action, right?
Yeah, you could all have a held action. Yes, you could, as long as Kaushik wasn't concentrating on anything.
Okay.
Anything
As
else.
long as. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Or not, I was gonna say, like in the same turn that RTM did the healing, I wanted to cast a spell on Gandalin's arrows.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to that's why I got over there by him. I want to cast flame arrows on
Alright.
his quiver, so I step over to him and say, "Hold still a moment."
Is that a
and then
concentration
just touch
spell?
the quiver.
That is
Yes,
a
it is.
concentration spell that will drop your scorpion.
That would get rid of your scorpion if you do that.
Oh,
Yep.
well, pudding. Never mind then.
Okay.
That is unfortunately the big problem with that spell, is that it is.
Drat. Dagnabbit. Okay, never mind then. I'm just holding the spell, waiting like everybody else, waiting for the spider to return.
Okay.
So, as long as it's of no detriment to myself or the team, I can go ahead and drop the spell whenever they're ready, so.
Quick question: can you choose to not yank something closer to you with Thornwhip?
I think you have to move it, right? If it fails on the save, it moves towards you.
It's an attack roll,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
like the slightly better version of Lightning Lure, because Lightning Lure is a save.
Right. So, the question:
Yoink.
are you dropping the spell, or are you letting it go its duration? You've gone about so everybody can prep their held actions. You're about halfway through it, so you can hold it another 30 seconds, or you can let it go right now. Up to
See,
you.
it's making me nervous the way that you're asking that.
Well, it's because there are some concentration spells on the board already, and they
It's
might.
because other people's
drop.
spells are ticking down while your spell is going down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I want to go ahead and drop it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Dropping the spell and returning back from whence it came. Spider
Mama!
is now back in its spot as magic and attacks go forth. We will be back very, very soon. Don't miss this. We're going to go on our break. So, we will be back very soon. Don't go anywhere. Drop a follow if you haven't. That helps us. If you're on YouTube, drop a like and subscribe. Go donate to Extra Life while we're on break so you can get that all figured out. And go help some sick and injured children.
Now.
Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Much love. And hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you have stuck with us, if you didn't, goodbye. I'm sad you left. However, we're going to pick back up with this battle of the Spider Horse. As Koshik had banished it, they finished off the last of the spider babies that were around, and they all waited, prepared attacks for the spider horse to come back, and Koshik released her spell. The spider with a back into its spot, and now our party are just about to boot party this thing into hell. So starting at the top of initiative with our held actions, Crowley and Koshik were both doing other things. RTM also did not have a held action. Melgrim had a held attack. Go ahead and roll that for me, Melgrim, please.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
As everyone knows, reaction attacks, you know, you get one.
22.
22 will hit.
Sick.
That's some pretty good damage. 14 slashing damage.
Okay. Remember, just give me all of it at once.
Oh, right. And 7 fear damage.
For a total of?
15, 7...
20.
It's 22? Wait, no.
20.
13 plus 7 is 20.
It's 14.
14
14
plus
plus
7.
7 is 21.
21.
21.
All right.
Nice.
Very well. Second attack.
What?
Oh, I'm done.
That's
I'm
what
done.
I'm
I'm
like.
sorry. I just said it
roll
too.
if you want me to.
No, I don't want you to roll any more dice. Please stop. All right. Melgrim's turn. Car, I believe you had a shillelagh up and ready to smack it with, and your scorpion.
Yes. So I will whack it with shillelagh.
Yep. Roll that attack for me.
Okay.
You have advantage on this attack.
Okay. So it's a natural 20.
Nice. Okay. So 1d8 times 2 plus your wisdom modifier, which
Critical shillelagh.
critical shillelagh.
Okay, let's see.
It's a good D&D show name, right? Critical shillelagh. I froze again.
Five.
Frick. Sorry, I froze again.
Oh, no.
no.
Okay.
I'm back. All right.
So, sorry. All right, so I rolled a 5. You said times 2
For 10 plus your modifier.
plus my modifier.
Yep,
My wisdom
should be a
modifier?
5. Yes.
It's plus 5. Yeah.
So
5.
15.
So 15.
All right.
Okay. And then my Stewart, the giant scorpion,
Mhm.
is going to he was holding an attack with his claw.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. So okay, I'm sorry, what do I roll for his attack?
D20.
A D20? Oh. Okay.
Yep. A 1
Yep, and then-
D20 plus. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know because I'm clicking
I
on
have
them
it.
right now.
It's plus 4 for his claws.
There you go.
Okay. So 23.
God
Nice.
dang. Yeah, that'll hit.
Good
When it-
job, Mr. Scorpion.
So
Whenever
one.
you
Stewart,
hold,
To the
whenever you
rescue.
hold an, whenever you hold an attack, does it hold your full attack or just one attack?
Just one attack.
I think
Okay.
just the one.
Yep.
Okay. So it's 1d8 plus 2 for the damage. So
Yep.
oh, it's a 1. So
Oh,
3.
So 3 points of damage. All right.
Damage.
Still
Yep,
pretty good
but,
with the shillelagh crit.
But but the target is grappled with an escape of 12.
Okay, good to know.
Got its ass. Seabass.
You grab one of
Whoa.
its 8 legs and it's just like trying to pull away from your scorpion and it's just like holding on to it. It's probably an odd sight from across the way. All right.
Hang on.
For a total of 18 for Carr. All right, wonderful. Gandalwin. Attacks at advantage. Or attack at advantage, sir.
Stab it. Yay. Oh, God. Okay, well, that one stayed in the fucking tray, so hopefully I roll better on the next one. There we go. So 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
All right, I'm going to death strike that bitch.
All
An
right.
Additional D6. 5, 7, 10, 18 points of magical piercing.
18, okay. All right. Nice. Gorum. Bonked.
Smack 'em.
Bonk. Here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh. Does
Here
a
we
15
go.
hit?
Does a what hit?
Oh, I have advantage, don't I?
You do have advantage.
Yeah.
Milgram's right there.
Oh, thank God.
Smack 'em.
Turn that 15 into a 23.
The 23 will hit.
Can I smite on a reaction?
I believe Divine Smite is any attack that you hit on.
All right, so 12 bludgeoning damage, and we're gonna hit him with something or other.
Yeah, just give me the total.
I done told you I can't count now.
You're gonna have to count them numbers.
Impossible.
Some of us can't count in here, damn it.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm one of them, so I need y'all to do it.
All right, now listen up. So 22 damage total. 10 of that is radiant.
22 total. Wonderful.
Whack.
Now we roll. What's up?
I'm adding up 22 to what I've got here. Okay. All right.
Now, Burster.
Yeah, go ahead and roll up Bursty.
Get in there, Bursty.
Thirsty, bursty. He's thirsty for blood.
Apparently.
Let me see what he's got here. What's he got?
You said 22, right?
Yeah, 22 total.
Okay. I think I did that right. I don't fucking know.
God damn, Bursty. You missed.
Did he miss?
With advantage. He rolled a 2 and a 3.
For a total
Damn
of
it, Bursty.
8.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's not gonna hit.
There's a lot going on. I think he's confused.
Gorham, you just come down with a divine smite and fucking flattens out the spider for half a second. So as the same time Bursty's traveling across, tries to gore up, and as you just flatten the spider horse for just a moment, Bursty's gore misses.
I'm just gonna shrug at him.
He goes and shrugs back to you.
Angry oink.
All right. This is surprise round effectively. Well, not surprise, but reaction round. So horse doesn't go in Milo. So your held action on the pow pow. On the gat, if you will.
Ah.
He keeps that MF thing on him.
He's out there like holding the. He's got the Glock.
That'll be. I don't know if that hits.
What's the?
I've not been paying attention to AC. That'll be an 18.
18 will miss.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
It happens.
It does happen.
That's a lot of babies, fellas.
All right. Coming back to the top of the turn. Crowley, it is your turn.
Okay, 1 second here. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna try anyway. And let's see, how many baby spiders? Where are all the baby spiders?
There are no baby spiders currently.
Okay.
It has not gotten to its turn.
Okay.
Oh, fuck my little tracker all up. I'm a dummy. Whoops.
Oops.
Okay, then we're not gonna do that. You know what we're gonna do? We're going to
That was gonna snap ecstatic, that bitch.
No.
You've hit your party once with it already. I mean, they should be pretty used to it, right?
It should be, honestly.
My brave.
I'm going to summon Richard
Okay.
at 4th level.
All right.
And he's just gonna pop up
I don't
right
think
beside Milgram.
all right. I don't think I have a. Oh my God.
I don't
stop
think
popping up with my camera.
I don't think I've done it in a hot minute. That's why I was like, oh.
Yep. So I am going to scroll down here to undead and see what we got for Richard.
Get the little flying armor is a good option. That's what I use for Julian's.
Nah, I like the spooky one though. Spooky
Sure.
spectral Richard.
Spooky, scary Richard.
Ah.
Send shivers down my spine.
Richard,
You're Richard.
right?
Player
Holy shit.
permission.
I'm waiting to turn Richard into a ring wraith.
He got a lantern. He gonna smack him with the lantern.
All right. You got wet, dripping Richard right here. Where are you summoning him at?
Whoa.
Right beside Melgrim.
All right.
He is wet and dripping.
He always is.
It's wet ass Richard.
Ah, the war.
Oh my goodness.
I hate
Okay.
y'all. Why can't
War
you
never
just
changes.
reference what y'all did to poor Richard?
Why can't you just be normal? Ah!
I didn't do anything to Richard. Richard got his own ass thrown
That's
in
true.
The,
That was-
thrown in the bait.
Oh,
You
wait.
did that to him.
I did.
Specifically, you, RTM.
What did that have to do with his death, though? I mean,
I'm gonna let.
Go ahead.
That's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna let Richard make some attacks though,
All right.
as a separate entity that he is.
Yep.
Free.
And then remind me, I'm pretty sure because we did this last time, the damage from Richard is necrotic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
hurt.
Yeah, but it is necrotic. So
All right. Go and roll a couple of attacks for me.
I shall.
Smack him up.
Kaushik,
Richard.
you are on decks. On
First hit,
decks. Multiple.
26.
26 will hit.
I hope so. For 10 damage.
Okay.
Next attack will be a 16.
16 will miss.
Okay, and that'll end his turn.
Okay. You guys see an old. Richard's not important enough to be called an adversary. An old person that you knew one time for a couple of minutes before his demise.
Why does he keep showing up around us? I don't get it.
Just spectral show up, carve a couple of slices into it. Crowley, you of course notice that your spell doesn't have the effect that you had intended on the damage part of it.
Okay.
But a good turn nonetheless. Kaushik, you are up. Some dynamic
All
views
right.
going here.
I'm getting
Pretty good shot.
sick of this. I'm fucking sick of it. So,
Let's see it.
I'm going to 4th level guiding bolt this bitch, and fingers crossed that ends things or brings it close enough.
Okay.
At least. If I hit, which I rolled a 16 plus 9 for a 25.
25 will hit.
Okay, I've got 76 radiant damage for a total of 25 radiant damage.
25 radiant damage. Very
Ooh.
nice. Very, very nice.
Disgusting.
How's this bad boy looking?
Not dead.
Alright,
Not dead. Shit.
I want
He
to.
looks
I want
like a spider.
to. I want to toll him.
Tolling the dead.
I would fucking try. Very.
it will-
Deads.
It will
Nice.
not be a success this time.
Hell yeah. Alright. That is 2d8 plus 5,
Oh,
which for a total of
I
12.
worded that horribly. I am so
Oh,
sorry.
12.
It will not
Oh.
be. It will not be a success for you this time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
I'm
Damn.
sorry. It was
It
a
wasn't a
success for
success
Mama
for me
Spider.
last time either.
Correct.
Stupid fucking spiders. Why are they so wise?
8 eyes.
He's so wise.
They have 8 eyes. That's why they're so wise.
That doesn't make sense. That'd be like W-E-Y-E-S. That's not the same thing.
They've seen a lot of shit, Ian. They've seen a lot of shit.
All right, Kaushik. What else for your turn?
Well, I guess nothing at this point.
Yeah. All right. Just checking to see if you want to move anywhere.
Fooling me,
All right.
giving me false hope.
That was horribly worded. That is my fault. 100%. RTM. It is now your turn. Melgrim, you're on deck.
Do you think you'd be able to forcibly move 2 large creatures through multiple allies?
What the fuck did you just say to me? so okay. Say it again, but slower.
Do you think that you'd be able, with a thorn whip, to move 2 large creatures through multiple allies? Because I don't want to do that. But that spider's currently grappled with a scorpion,
Yep.
That would.
so I wouldn't imagine it would move.
I'll say it's going to depend on how high the attack roll is. How about that?
How about
Fuck.
that? Well, you
I
got
rolled a
Shillelagh.
natural 20. I didn't want this. I'm sorry.
Well.
Oh, where's it going?
Well, it's moving.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
4.
Is that multiplied already?
Yeah, I rolled 2 ones.
That's awful.
Nice.
Yeah, good
Wait.
times.
Damn it, RTM.
Success.
And that's 10 feet, correct? Towards you?
Yeah, towards me.
Where are you going? You bitch.
He could not
He's
afford.
gonna get snatched over to right here, all right? Just so he's not
Whoa.
on top of anybody.
Holy shit.
Oh no, that's even worse than I imagined.
Good,
Drop them babies right onto your head.
good. I'm glad it's worse than what you wanted.
Just cast another wall of thorns. It's no big deal.
NBD. All right, RTM, what else for your turn?
I will regret that choice for the rest of my turn.
Okay. All right, ending RTM's turn.
Free action.
It's gonna bring us to Melgrim. Melgrim, what would you like to do? Are you looking over your spell list? Melgrim, what would you like to do?
Chop.
Yo, the DM gave you a spell list? That's wild.
Strokes chin like,
Oh, you didn't see that? Maybe next time.
That's wild. He's a wild magic barbarian now, right?
Dude,
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, that's a cool subclass. Like,
We're gonna choppity choppity.
And cast chop. All right, go ahead and roll that
Yep.
attack.
Oh, really? Only a 19 roll? So that'll be a 29 to hit.
We'll hit.
Only a 29.
you fucking asshole.
And
I was-
get it together, Malgrim.
It hit on 19, like, you couldn't be a 20?
20's on the other side of the dice. No.
Yeah, I know.
Be grateful.
Not like exactly on the other side of the die.
Two's on the other opposite side.
Which is right next to.
See Ian.
I'm double checking. I'm like, it's not that. It's not exactly on the
24.
opposite.
Points of damage.
24.
Yes. That's total with 9 fire damage.
Melgrim. Decide their fate.
We're coming up high for the ancestors.
Cutting down on top of it, bringing your flaming sword down right over the thorax, between the thorax and the horse head, right in between, as black ichor sprays all over Artium, bringing it down. Head flops to the ground. And then
Oh no!
What do you mean, and then?
Fuck.
That's
That's
a
an
lot.
awful
What's up, the
spider,
sax
dude.
lad?
What do you mean, and then?
That's a lot of
24
spider.
What are you rolling? Stop rolling!
so now that this thing is dying and dead, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know more. That
Oh, no.
its dying ability summons 2d12
He rolled two
baby
12s.
spiders. I didn't roll two 12s.
Two
I ro-
10s.
I rolled a 12 and a 7.
You said big spiders or baby spiders?
Baby spiders as eggs
Okay, I
fall
thought
to the
big
ground.
We gotta
That's a
follow
lot
the
of
rules of
food.
mass.
That's a lot of babies.
As 12 plus 7 is 19.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh boy.
Take the spiders home, raise them as our own.
Melgrim,
Spider army.
put yourself in that square right beside the spider. That's where you were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Train the spiders to
7,
fight for justice.
Yeah, they're
8.
dope, right?
spiders
They
here.
could be in
They
Richard
have-
Square.
They have web.
Is he spectral? Does he not take up that space?
Nah, he does. I just want him to take 1d10 damage.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Wonderful. All
I
right.
did not see 19 fucking spiders. Where are they?
You may need to move your character around just a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, there they are. There they are. They popped in.
I'm in
Holy
danger.
shit.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Forgets to my
oh.
turn, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Melgrim, you have one more attack if you'd like to use it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, this is not good.
We're
I'm in danger.
I'm gonna cast slash on another one of these spiders.
Please,
God, that's a lot of
please,
them near me.
please melee or magic missile the one you would like to attack.
Oh,
There are a lot of bitches.
Okay,
in
you're
here.
gonna attack that one right there. Go ahead and roll an
that one
attack.
right there.
My favorite thing about this is that Jonesy has to keep up with all of them.
All right.
Correct.
So
See what I
that
can
one
do
right
about
there, 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
And yeah. All right. Oh, well, that's good.
That's a lot of dudes.
Let's roll the fire damage. Okay. So that's 25 damage total.
Dead.
Fantastic.
All right.
Boom.
Well struck.
Would you like to move anywhere or do anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, no, we're just gonna stay in the middle of the spiders, I guess.
All right. Very well. Ending Melgrim's turn. That is going to bring us to Carr. Carr, what would you like to do?
Run away? No.
Perfectly acceptable response.
Okay, let's see.
You know, I was
Can
really
you
worried
see-
about this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You were no. Go ahead.
No. What were you saying? Right. You
No,
are.
I'm just trying to find me. Oh, right in the middle of everything. Okay.
Yep. You're kind of
Anyway, I'm
surrounded.
yes.
Whack.
You do still have Shillelagh going,
Stick them.
Okay.
so you can whack
I'll
someone.
just start randomly whacking.
All right. Which one would you like to whack?
I guess there's that one that's between me and Freedom. So it looks like it's about to whack. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Gaino, you got the other one, right? So
Nope.
no.
I have a plan.
Okay. That's on you there, buddy. No. Okay. Yeah, I'll whack that one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Okay. Dookie artichoke.
While she rolls that, I was just gonna say that I was really worried when I made this ability that I was gonna roll like a 2 and a 3 and then not be that many, but I'm so glad I rolled a 12 and a 7 because
What if it been like 2 12s? So that'd
that would have been fucking sick.
horrifying.
But I am okay with a 12 and a 7.
There's.
Okay. Says a 14.
14 does hit.
Okay. Yay. So
1d8 plus 5.
Is 7.
7 points of damage. Very nice.
Great success.
Uh oh. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting that I have hotkeys for the amethyst star to pop up. All right. Very well. Don't worry guys, you can measure things on your turn.
Sorry.
Stuart.
All right, and Stuart's turn. What is he gonna do?
Okay, let's see. Does he have any? I guess he's gonna have to scurry forward to get in the mix, huh?
He can move
Okay,
right
let's
up
see.
on these two that are right in front of you, or he can move around to your side a little bit.
You should.
Let's go to those two that are. Let's go to the two that are right in front of me.
That are right in front of you. Okay.
Yeah,
Right here.
get that. Yep, that'll
Okay.
work.
All
Let's
right.
take him out.
He gets 3 attacks, so roll 3d20 for me.
I assume you're gonna alternate claws so that you can try to pick up 2 of them.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can do that as well.
I love that when you moved him forward, he did like a little wiggle, like he was actually walking forward.
Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, okay. So we had a 4, a 7, and a 9.
So are all of its attacks plus 4?
Plus 4, yeah.
So 8,
Plus
11,
So 13.
and 13.
Miss,
And
and hit on the last one, which would be its sting.
thing. Yep. So
Are they
Uh,
immune to poison?
sting.
They're immune to poison.
Oh, all right, fab. All right, awesome, awesome.
Cool.
Now the two, the claws, leave the target grappled.
Only if they hit.
They didn't hit,
Oh,
unfortunately.
only if they hit. Okay, so they just nimbly wimbly jumped out of his way. Then I guess.
You
Okay.
still do 1d10 plus 2 piercing damage.
Yep.
For the tail.
And I'll say left or right. Which one do you want to do that damage to?
Right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll it. I'm
Righty tighty.
moving him back just a little bit so I can click on the right thing.
Why is 100 before 10? I don't understand.
I mean, what? D100 plus 2, that'd be pretty good damage. I'm down with that.
3, so 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage to that one. All right.
Yep.
Ending. What did you say his name was? Patrick? No, Stewart.
Stewart!
Patrick
Come
Stewart.
on, man. Oh, shit. Oh my god,
His
his
turn.
captain's log. I have missed 2 claw attacks today.
Feature engage.
Gonna end car turn. That is gonna bring us to Gandalwin. Gandalwin, what would you
Okay.
like to do?
Alright, so I am going to spend a key point to disengage
Okay.
as a bonus action. And then I'm just gonna fucking hop my way. I'm just gonna like step on one and kind of pop myself over.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need to do a little measuring here real fast.
Go for it. I think I know what's coming up.
Probably.
15 feet.
Yep, I know. That's why I'm trying to. I like Gandalf knows how far it goes, so I'm trying to situate it. He's trying to situate himself in such a way.
You would have to situate yourself a little bit further if you didn't want to hit RTMA and
Yeah.
car here.
Yeah, let's see that. I'm thinking if I'm up here, perhaps.
I think you're still gonna get RTM there, but go ahead and measure.
Yeah, like I said, Gandalf can eyeball this as he goes. He would not, actually.
That'll come. You would shave RTM's butthole hairs, but you would
That's
not
fine,
hit
but
him.
it wouldn't hit him.
All right.
Probably plenty to shave.
So that's hitting all those spiders except for this one that's right in front of Car that she whacked already, right?
Right. Yeah, because this guy's actually right here.
He's
in
actually
front of
not
her.
quite inside it, but all the others.
Okay, so that's
That should
1,
be-
2,
that should be,
3, 4, 5,
1,
6, 7 spiders.
7 spiders.
Yep.
I'll take that. And just gonna take the arcane chain between the kukri and just go up over the head and give it a whirl.
All right.
Be a deck save. I'm gonna
Dex
start
saves.
rolling
These
fucking
guys-
D4s. I can't remember how many it is. It's a lot.
Should be 12 if I'm not mistaken.
That's a couple.
These guys should be okay at Dex. They are okay, but they are babies. So, starting from top left. Now let me roll 1 dice at a fucking time before I fuck this up. Fail, top left. Top left. 1. It's cocked. That one will succeed. Just for quick reference, I'm gonna knock the ones down that fail, because I don't know if this is gonna turn out well for them. Success 1 to the right of that. 10 plus. What's your DC one more time?
DC 17.
Okay. Fail. Bottom left. Fail. All right, and then bottom middle. Fail. Top right. Success. Oh wait, I'm about to knock him prone anyways. Success for him. Bottom right. Fail. All right, you can remove the thing now.
All right.
Okay, what's the damage total?
29.
29. Dead. 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 Dead.
Good shit,
Dead.
man.
And then
Ones that succeeded
halved,
take
15.
15 or 14, depending on how you round.
15. And that's it. All right. Very good turn as you clear out an entire fucking quadrant of these things surrounding Artyom, even carving a path for Artyom to maybe get out of there if he wishes. Awesome. Good shit. Anything else for your turn?
That guys kill the rest. That's it.
Let me do some math real quick. 9. You did 29 damage, right?
Correct.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you did 14 to 2 of them. Wait, no, you did 29 to 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. Ending Gandalf's turn there. That is going to bring us to Gorham. Gorham, what would you like to do? What would you, Bursty, like to do?
All right. So first things first. Bursty's gonna let me measure this. Oh. Slide up here.
Okay.
Turn around.
All right.
And he's gonna charge into this square
Okay.
and hit this the one he's looking at first
Yeah.
with the charge attack.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll it.
I made. How far away is that? That's not within 5 feet of Melgrim, is it?
It is not.
Melgrim, what are you doing? Bursty, why? Okay, well, he missed that one.
Okay.
Come on, Bursty.
Oh no.
All right. We'll put them right about here just for
Oh,
sake
fuck
of
yeah.
space. So I can see.
Perfect.
All right.
And he's got 2 attacks, so he's gonna just,
Go and make the second one.
yeah, one more. My boy, please. 11. Does an 11 hit?
11 will miss, unfortunately.
Bursty, what are you doing? I want my real dice back.
D&D Bound is cursed.
It's rolled all right for Koshik this match or this fight.
I did roll a nat 20 earlier. That's
Yeah,
what I
you
mean.
did roll a nat 20 as well.
It's just not rolling well for my boy.
Bursty
Alright.
having some trouble.
I'm gonna start wailing on these spiders next to me.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
So, starting with, if you look at Gorham, the one to his left first.
Okay.
Or is that one grabbed by the scorpion?
It is not actually grabbed. I just moved the scorpion. It is right there. Those 2 attacks missed, unfortunately.
Okay, just making sure because he's in the claws there.
Yeah, he is.
I had to look at it for a second. I'm like,
There you go. That one on the right did get pierced by its stinger, though.
24.
24 will definitely hit.
How big are these spiders, by the way?
These spiders are medium.
Okay, good, cool. All right, so he takes 19 bludgeoning damage.
He is dead.
All right, now we're gonna go for the one to Gorham's right.
Okay. You will have advantage on this one.
25,
That will hit.
and that's 18 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Very nice. Sorry, guys. I need to get that rebound or stop using the num key. All right.
So is that one still up?
It is crippled. You have broken 7 of its 8 legs, but it is not down.
21.
Will hit.
Whack.
It is dead. It had 1 hit point left.
He said it's down now.
it is very much down as you and you see one leg twitching, and just for good measure, splattered completely.
Orchid man is
Hell
here.
yeah.
Now we're gonna
The Orkin man is here.
Oh no. Well,
God damn it.
slide up to him, let him know.
Okay.
All right. Percy, you're fucking up right now, buddy. Let me put you in timeout.
All right. That in your turn there, Gorham?
Yes, sir.
That's going to bring us to their turn.
Oh no. Our team, I'm in danger.
yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, but I'm gonna start from the left-hand side. Bloop, bloop.
Oh no.
And then bloop. Um 5, 10, 5, 10, 15.
Oh, well, hold on a minute.
Oh, whoa now, whoa.
All right.
You got too much dip
Too
on
much
your
dip on
ship.
your chip.
You got some attacks coming your way there, Car. You ready? Top first. 12.
12 does not hit.
All right. Left. 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
Come on, Stuart. Do your job.
You're gonna take, this is gonna be +3. 5. 8 points of damage from that one. And then bottom one. 8. I don't think a 13 will hit.
No, it does not.
All right. Should have given these things pack tactics. That would have been cool.
I think when I leveled up, I messed up something on my character sheet.
Uh-oh.
Because my AC is currently 12. My AC is not 12.
Make sure that your
Make
make
sure
sure
your
that your
armor's
breastplate
equipped.
is equipped.
Yep.
That's probably the issue.
2 attacks coming in at you, Melgrim. That's a natural 20 and a natural 17. So a 22 and a natural 20 to hit.
Both hit.
All right. Natural for the 22, the not crit the first time is going to be 6 points of piercing and 4 points of poison, half down 2 for 8 points of damage total. And then the crit. Oh, that's nearly max damage. That's 8 plus 7 for, wait, I need to do this separately. So 8, 16 plus 3, 19 points of piercing, half because you're raged, so 8. And then 7, 14, half back down to 7 because you're resistant to poison. So 7 points of poison damage. Gorham, this one's going to go at you. That is 12 plus 5, 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
Miss. All right. RTM. This one's going to boogaloo right on up to you. 3 attacks coming your way.
Yeah.
That is 2 natural 18s. Shit you not. I'll
2 hits.
point you down here. Oh,
You're good.
all right. Should have showed the natural 22, but that's fine. All right, so that we're gonna call that top left. So that's 23, and then third attack is a 7 plus 5 for 12.
That is a miss.
Okay, so 2 hits and 1 miss for 9 plus 3 for 12 points of damage, and then the second attack is gonna be, that is max damage for 16 plus 3 for 19 points of damage on the
So
second
12,
one.
12 and 19. All right.
Correct. All right. Koshik, one of these guys is gonna bite at you. The other one Koshik, call high-low.
Hi.
Not in your favor. All right. Koshik, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, thank you for wording it that way this time.
Not a success this time. That's my bad again. Go ahead and roll a dex save for me.
18.
18 will succeed. You'll take 9, 3, 12, half down to 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are not restrained as this thing tries to like skittering on the ground, these hooves just getting going on this mud, and it just shrieks at you and runs at you this way, has some sort of trample charge. And then this one's just gonna bite at you. Natural 17 plus 5 for 22 to hit.
It's
All right. It is 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3 is 7 points of damage on that one. And I believe I have resolved all of their tags.
That's a lot of dudes.
There's a lot of dudes, but they are not long for this world, I am gonna assume. Milo, it is now your turn. And then back at the top of the round with Crowley. Milo, what would you like to do?
Seeing things going down very suddenly. One of two things will happen. All of those will hit allies. So we're not going to use that spell. Hashtag the struggle. So instead, just going to drop in superhero land. I'm trying to remember controls.
You know, drop straight down.
In just a second, I gotta do 1, 2. I don't think I'm in the middle of the squares. 3. And then drop. That was 5, 10, 15.
20, so you can drop 10 feet.
I can't just drop and take the falling damage?
You can if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to... I'm 25 feet in the air. I have 15 feet of movement left. 15 feet down, and then 10 feet will be...
You move 20 feet to right here, right? So you got 10 feet of movement left?
Sure. 10 feet down, and then...
10 feet down, and to 20 feet. Roll me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Oh, bust your ass.
Oh, shit. Okay. That'll be a 19.
Okay. You fall superhero landing. You take 5, half down to 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you just crush onto the ground, making a little crater below you in the mud. Mud and gunk going everywhere.
As I hit the ground, I'm going to cast Thunderwave at 3rd level.
All right. Is that everything within 5 feet of you?
Yep. That is
1,
going to
2,
be
3, 4.
All those motherfuckers.
That's 4 saves.
Thunder Wave is a cube.
Yeah. A cube 15 feet centered on myself, which will be 5 feet in every direction.
It's in front of you.
Yeah.
It's directional.
Okay.
It's in a cube in front of you.
This isn't Thunderclap. This is Thunder Wave.
Yeah. Thunder Wave. It is 15 feet centered on you.
It's originating. I would double check that wording because it's not centered on you. There's a cantrip that is everything within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, cubes are cast from your square and forward, not centered on you.
So it's 15-foot cube originating from you. I thought that meant like the center point.
It is not centering on you. No, it is originating from you though.
Well, I misunderstood that. I have always thought it was centered on you, even when I've used it in other campaigns. Whoopsie.
Fiddlesticks.
The good news is that you can move 10 feet back and just land on the ground.
Yeah, I was about to say, I will...
I guess.
Instead of doing all of that, would I have been able to just land here?
Sure.
Or... Shit, I'm trying not to, like, roast friends. Y'all making this real hard.
I'm seriously thinking, I should have just stood, like, right next to Artyom and just... He could have ate that slashing damage. It'd have been fine. I'd have hit way more spiders.
Yeah, it probably would have dealt less damage overall if you would have just hit everything. Like if you would have killed all the ones that hit.
That will have me hitting the same 15-foot cube that I thought I'd been if I'd been 2 squares forward. I think.
Yep.
Here, help me out with this, Dan.
Yeah, I got you. You'll miss one more spider there, right there. Right there, you will get Artyom's kind of in that.
It should be 1 square in front of me, 1 square to my right, and then forward, and 1 square to my left, and forward 3 squares.
Milo, roll me an intelligence check real quick. Straight intelligence, go for it.
Noggin roll.
a 15-foot square is just a 3x3 cube. So if he lands
just a 3 by
right
3.
here,
Yeah, that's what I'm
he can
saying.
get all 4 of them.
3, 6,
Yeah,
9. So
that would be a 15-foot cube. The intelligence roll was 14. What's my bonus right now? 18 total.
Good enough. Good enough for me. I'll say right here you can weave your spell to hit these 4 spiders. Go for it.
All right.
That's 4 con saves for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. All right. Top closest to you.
That's
That's
the
his
non-hit
natural 18.
spider.
It's funny. What do these guys have as a bonus? Not bad. +2. This one will succeed with a dirty 20. Right below him is. Y'all are gonna think I'm lying here. Is a 19. This one right here is a 14, which I believe fails, right?
Yeah, 14 fails.
And then bottom one
Knock 'em
is a 12, which also fails. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
2 fails, 2 successes.
Correct.
Statistically, makes sense.
That'll be
no,
22, 11 for the 2 that succeeded.
Nice.
22. These 2 crumple.
Skadoosh.
Gorham and Melgrim, the ones you're wailing on right in front of you, as Milo casts his wave out, just goes and like crumpled up into a ball. These 2, you said 11, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are
Great
not
success.
looking hot. All right. That end your turn there, Milo? Dice everywhere.
No, I
All right.
still have. I took 5 halved down to 3.
Down to 2.
Down to 2. Okay, I still have.
I don't
my
think you
shield
would have
up.
needed to take that moving back that far though, so get 2 hit points back.
Oh, okay. So my shield is still at full. And Mr. McDroneface will zap. This one right here.
Okay. All right, one on our team. Go ahead and roll.
That's not gonna hit.
Let's make sure.
It is not double digits.
Okay, that will miss then. All right. Drone unfortunately misses. Was it in that one?
No, it was
No,
a nat
okay.
5 plus 4.
All right. That will miss, unfortunately, which will bring us around to the top of the initiative with Crowley. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna hit Richard with Tale of the Duelist,
Okay.
and that's gonna end. Actually, I'm gonna bonus action give Koshik inspiration.
All right.
That's gonna end my turn, and Richard is gonna. Actually, I'm surrounded, aren't I? I thought I was gonna take 1 opportunity attack. I might take 2. I'm gonna hit. Richard's gonna hit this guy over here.
The spider right in front of him?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
All right. Does a 18
With
hit?
advantage?
Oh, whoa. Okay, 1 second. Let's just
18
make-
hits, but yeah, go ahead and roll, see if you crit.
Oh, let's see. 21, but no.
Correct. They both hit.
All right. So this is a spell attack anyway. So shit. So I use both of my inspiration dice. So that's 2d10 for a 17 plus 5. So
For 22,
yeah, 22.
dead.
Okay. And that should be it because it requires an action to use that. So that's the end of that turn.
All right.
Actually, wait. I want to move. I want to move Richard. I'm going to incur that attack of opportunity now.
Okay.
All right. So this way, if that spider over there does anything.
Well, that would be 2, right? Because you were right here beside Melgrim. So if you're stepping into this square right here, that'll be two AOPs.
I couldn't tell because he looks so far away. But
He's,
he was
yeah,
like
he's
an
in the
entire
diagonal.
circle away from me.
He's in the diagonal right here from you.
Okay. Well. All right. Well.
Do with that information what you will.
All right. Well, hit me. Come on, hit me.
We'll see if they do. That is an 8 on the first one, but a 23 on the second with a natural 15 on the dice.
I guess the 23 hits Jones.
All right. Is Richard immune to anything?
Yes, actually.
All right.
What are you throwing at me?
What is he immune to?
Poison, paralysis,
Okay.
fright, exhaustion.
Yes, the first one. 5
Okay.
points. 5 points of piercing damage onto Richard.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, now I've got to actually count. 5, 10. Boom, right there.
All right.
Yeah, that'll end his turn.
All right, and in your turn, Koshik, it is your turn. You have 2 spiders on either side of you. What would you like to do?
The fine young gentleman to my left gets a guiding bolt.
That would be at disadvantage because you are within melee of them.
Okay.
Shoot him up.
Well, listen, that's all I got going for me.
Blast.
You have so much more than just that going for you, Miss
You
Banish.
can
So
roll
the
the die on them tolling
It's
again.
a 15 with disadvantage.
It's a 15. 15 does hit.
Okay. And so
And that is this one, correct? The one that
that's a lot of
trampled you?
ones. That's 5 points of damage.
5 points. All right.
And heck it, I'm gonna toll him again. I'm gonna try.
All right.
Please, dear
Historically,
God.
they've been doing really well.
They gotta fuck up at some point, right? Okay, I give up.
It's a natural
uninstalling
19
game.
plus 1.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Re-roll it. Nope, I can't see. My eyes don't work.
Give me one
Re-roll
second,
it.
let me- I don't
I'm
want to
kidding.
take my
I believe
camera
you.
off. Let's see if I can
believe you.
move
You don't
my
have to go
notebook.
through all that. I mean, you don't have to go through all that. See, it's a 1. I was right.
It's a 1, yeah. Yeah, it's a
It's a
1.
1 and a 9. For a total of 10.
Oh my god.
Alright.
As you try to
alright.
toll they're dead, their minds seem too far gone to even understand what is that concept. Their minds seem from a realm of madness, if you would. All right. Anything else for your turn there, Koshik? Did I freeze?
No.
Oh.
That's it. That's my turn.
All right.
The whole thing.
Any Koshik's turn. RTM. You're surrounded by some icky boys. What would you like to do?
I would like to disengage.
Not allowed in this game. Disengage and moving away. All right.
All right, and
All
I
right.
will move over in this direction,
Okay.
and yeah. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. And in your turn there, nothing for a bonus?
Actually, one more space over there so the spider can get by me. No, nothing for my bonus.
All right. Any RTM's turn there, Melgarome. You are up.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna move up here and attacking that speeder.
Okay, go. That didn't move his model at all, but yeah, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Will be 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. 20 points of damage total.
Dead.
Alright, let's get this other one.
Dead, Jim.
For 21 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, that's not good. For 17 pounds of damage
Dead.
total. Cool. And we're just gonna do a little twirl. That's it.
You've used 10 feet of your movement. Well, 5, 10. Yeah, 10 feet of your movement. Would you like to move anywhere else?
Yeah, sure. We'll jump into the fray over here.
All right.
Wiggling.
That's not a square. 5,
Get
10,
there.
There you
15, 20. What's movement speed?
35.
20. Yeah, I'll say you can fit through car space to get there. That's fine. You can get right there. All right. In the Melgrim's turn, that is going to bring us around to Car. Car, you're currently a little bit surrounded, but there is now an opening behind you. If you, but two of them have already used their reactions. Your call on what you would like to do.
I would like to disengage.
Okay.
And flee. No, I want to move over in the same direction RTM went because I want to clear space for Stuart.
Okay, you'll get taken.
go.
Oh, you're gonna use your action to disengage, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So no attacks of opportunity against you.
Okay. And then we're gonna have Stuart kind of move over into the spot where I was.
Where you were. Okay. You can get.
Yep. And so he's got. All right.
Uh,
He's got several.
It's a weird
No.
space. What's Stuart's? I don't think Stuart's going to be able to reach the far one, but he can definitely get the two to his left and right, unless his reach is 5 feet. Just because this one's taking up this space right here.
Mhm.
Big.
Yeah, because he's a large boy, but he can still get up and get these two right here, no problem.
I mean, if he kills those two, he could just step forward.
Correct.
Boy. What do you mean to go,
So-
Spider-Man?
Let's. Okay. So we had 6 and a 15 is what I rolled, and it's what plus 4. So a 10 and a 19.
10 will miss, 19 will hit.
Okay. So the one that he hits to 1d8 plus. Okay. So let's check out that damage. Plus 2, so it would be 9 points of damage,
9
bludgeoning
points of
damage.
All right.
And also that would be grappled.
All right.
And then we're gonna try to sting the one that we missed.
Okay.
See if we can still snag it. So that would be. So that'd be 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay, and okay, so we can still do piercing damage. Get me in my math. I'm learning math. Oh, that was ugly. That was only 5.
That
No.
will be enough. This one has been hit before, so that one will die.
Good stuff.
All right, excellent. All right, and that's Stuart.
And this guy is now in your scorpion's claw right there.
Yay!
Pincer.
Right.
All right. Stuart just stepping up into the fray, grabbing one and killing the other with his stinger, just piercing right through its little spider horse head. I won't try to do my horse noise because I sound like Scooby-Doo when I do it, so that's exactly what it sounds like. So ending Car's turn, Gandalf, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna use what I imagine. I'm gonna kind of hop into this little square, which is a little awkward, but it's catty corner to this guy right in front of me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stab him.
Go for it.
A shocking revelation, I'm sure. Woo! Good gracious. 27.
Hits, surprisingly.
7. That's 15 points of piercing damage.
Dead. As this
Fantastic.
one was caught in your blender earlier.
Good. So I've used 5 feet of movement, I guess. I can't really see very good, so I'm just gonna 10, 15. Wow, this is moving me 10 squares. That's moving me the whole bitch every single time. So that was 10, 20, Maybe he's like 25. If I can just grab myself. So I'm gonna say 30. Tag this one off to my right.
Okay.
25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
7, another 15 points of magical piercing.
All right. Still up.
Still up.
Still up.
I'm gonna punch it.
All right.
Just
Flurry
get
it
a
up.
little like trying to just squashing the spiders. Just kind of
Right.
get it under the boot.
Okay.
Boot and grind. Jesus. That was a 27 to hit.
Will hit.
Fantastic. Lovely, lovely. 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Dead as you stab it once, and then as you see it still flinching a little bit more, boot down onto it, ichor all over your boot.
Squish, squish, squish. Wonderful. And yeah, I'm in my turn there.
All right.
Kaushik, why haven't you killed these already? Why are they still alive?
RTM, that'll bring us back around to you, and then Melgrim, you're on deck.
Back around to me.
Back around to you.
All right, I will move 1, 2, 3. I guess I can. Is he incorporeal?
This is a good question,
I don't know.
Matt.
We'll go right here. 4.
Okay.
And I will
He's
go
not.
ahead and
He's not. Okay.
attack that spittily spider on the other side of Kaushik with a thorn whip.
With a thorn whip. All right, go ahead and roll it.
That's an 11 total.
11
With a
will
2.
miss, unfortunately.
All right, that's my go.
All right.
Damn it, Artyom.
Ending RTM's turn. That's going to bring us around to Melgrim. Melgrim, what would you like to do?
I think
What?
we skipped some people
Yeah, I
near
think
the
we
end
Yeah, I
of
think
the.
it's good
yeah.
for him.
Gorham and
Yeah, I
Milo.
think we skipped our Gorham and
Oh,
Milo
yeah,
at
no,
the
we
end of
skipped the
initiative.
whole bottom half of the initiative.
Yeah.
What in the world?
It's like, what is happening?
All right,
Yeah.
Gorham, you go
Oh,
first.
but that means it's spider turn though too, right?
Yeah, we skipped this. We did skip the spider's turns too.
Should I go back?
Shut, Stacy.
I don't know if it's gonna matter all that much.
I'm gonna start wailing on these spiders.
Yeah, go
Whack.
for it.
Bercy's going first.
All right.
Hit him. Redeem yourself, Bercy. Smack him up. Smack him.
Oh shit.
What's the number?
Oh, fucking. 23.
Will definitely hit.
There we go,
Bercy's
Bercy.
boy.
redeemed.
Let's go.
Give him the tusk.
Good job, bestie.
Better stay.
10 damage.
All right. Up, but barely.
Damn.
All right, Bercy. Let's see if we can do it again, buddy.
Tusk him. Tusk 2, Electric Boogaloo.
18.
18 hits. It's minimal. Bercy's minimum damage will kill it. How does Bursty kill him?
Oh, he's goring him right through the chest.
Up through its
Lift him
little
up.
horsey head.
Yeah, there you go. Lift him up, slam him back down.
Down into the muck and ichor.
Bursting on him.
Huh?
Don't like that. Don't like that. Let's not make that a verb.
Why not?
Bursted on him. Melgrim's within 5 feet of this. Well, he's grappled, so I should have advantage, right?
You wouldn't book for the grappled condition, but Melgrim is within 5 feet, so you will.
He was like weirdly catty corner.
25 to hit.
Will definitely hit.
Whack.
Oh. Actually, I could reroll one of these d10s. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
So, 19 bludgeoning damage.
Dead.
Nice.
This little
Hell
combo
yeah, brother.
team action. Stuart holding him up and just big heavy hammer. Dead.
Smack.
Shout outs to Stuart.
All right.
Stuart
Ending.
Little.
Is that it for your turn there, Gorham?
I turn on the party. No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Our big plan that we've been working on together. I see.
Chaos!
Now's a good time to reveal it. All right.
Aw.
Ending Gorham's turn. This is gonna come over to the last spider's turn. I think so. I think the battlefield is
Yep,
clear except
that's
for this
it.
guy.
He said, howdy, bitch.
Shit. Koshik, you have an AOP as this thing turns tail and starts running.
Coward!
That means I can stab it, right?
Correct.
Is that the only thing I can do? Stab it? I can't
have
try to
Warcaster?
hold it again.
No. You
You don't have Warcaster?
unless you have
Oh, I don't.
Warcaster, which I don't think you do.
I don't.
Big rip, big rip.
Alright then. We'll give him a stab with my. Where's my?
That's
Hello?
not a knife. This is a knife.
Where's my
Knife.
knife? Where's my knife? Is it
Should
not
just
equipped?
be plus your strength.
It wasn't
so
equipped. Hold on, let me equip it. Why did everything unequip?
I had that issue.
There we go. Attack. Alright, I'm gonna give him a dagger stab.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Dagger stab. I rolled a nat 20 for 26.
So 1d4 times 2 plus your modifier. I did not DC right there. At the very end. Come on.
Roll 1d2 and
I'm
multiply it
back.
by 2.
Hello, everybody. Sorry.
Do I roll a d4 and multiply it times 2, or do I just roll the 2d4 plus 2?
You can do whichever one you want to.
I'm just gonna press the damage button. Simply. One's a 4, one's a 2, so it's a total of 8 crit
8.
damage. Yeah.
All right. That'll be 13. Okay,
Tiny
not
shit.
quite dead. And these are fast little buggers.
Give me a stab. Let me toll you! That's what I said.
I should have moved a little closer. Didn't think about that he would
As he
run away. Whoops.
right there.
Oh, where'd he go? Holy shit!
Um,
Bastard.
Koshik,
Wait, where is?
actually, I need to know people's dark vision range.
Be standard 60 for most people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Unless anybody's got something weird.
I have dark vision, I think.
At least.
Yeah.
Dwarven dark vision is 60 feet.
60 feet.
60,
Me too.
60. Okay.
I believe Milo has goggles, which is 60 feet as well.
He runs off into the night. He's not visible currently. You saw the direction that he was going, or that it was going rather. You cannot see him currently. Ending its turn though, Milo, it is your turn.
Milo was gonna punch him if they were close enough, but I believe that with the changing of how things are, which he does, I think he has the gauntlet, the googles of if I were
guess
a betting
the
man.
gauntlet.
Does he have them?
Yeah, he has
equipped?
he has goggles of night, so he does have dark vision out to 60 feet.
Okay.
So he said he saw the direction it went, right?
He
Which
saw the
was
direction
to
he
the on the map was to the
West.
south or to the west. I'm sorry, I can't see my. We got so many little things on the side, so I can't move him, but I assume
Okay.
he would just move 30 feet that way.
Okay.
And if that would make it so he could see it, he would try to firebolt it.
All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
At 60 feet.
He doesn't see anything.
I guess he doesn't make an attack. I don't know. I got nothing.
Okay.
Nothing, chef.
All right. We'll go ahead and go with Crowley. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move in that direction, I suppose.
Okay. Move
30
30 feet in
feet.
that direction.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Stop.
Press escape.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a quick perception check for me, Crawley.
Okay. Let's see, what's my actual perception check? Okay, so 17.
17. Okay. You see him scuttering right about there. You may need to move your model around. Sometimes it doesn't appear.
I see him.
Okay.
How far away from me is he?
He is about 50 feet from you.
Out of curiosity, is that the one that got guiding bolted?
I don't remember. No clue.
It took me 2 hits to kill the other one, having done 15 damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's the one that got stabbed.
I figure that one would have been guiding bolted.
He is taking 13 damage. So I don't remember.
Yeah,
to
so
be
he was
completely
guiding
honest.
bolted because
Okay,
I did
so
the
yeah,
8
he
and
was
the
guiding
5.
bolted.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit him for 5 and then you hit him for 8 points of damage with a dagger. So there you go.
Yep.
If he was guiding bolted, would that have assisted visibility? Just out of curiosity.
No, because
Guiding
Koshik would have had
bolt was right
advantage
left.
and she hit him with the dagger.
That's right. Yep, that's right. Never mind.
So the guiding bolt has faded. Good question though. All right, Crowley, what you got?
I'm just deciding how petty I am.
Go for it.
Can I get a charisma save from the spider?
Charisma save?
Yep.
They are real good at these. They are worse than their mother at these. And loud.
Oh, I know.
Ugly little bastards.
That is a natural 7 minus 4 for a total of 3.
Wow.
I'm making a gigantic hypnotic pattern for everyone to see in the distance.
It is.
He is over there.
It is stunned.
Yep.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, he's further along. He'll
Okay.
finish it.
That's gonna bring us to Koshik's turn.
I'm not sure. I can move 30 feet closer since I know where he is directionally.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's gonna. You know what? Can you measure it for me? Because I have problems with rulers.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and move yourself 30 feet to where you want to be.
Notoriously bad with the ruler. Oh, why can't I? Okay.
It double moved 80 feet away from you, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So if you move 30 feet, it should be within 60 feet.
Yeah. Where's the 30 feet? Where is she at?
Dorty.
You were here, so 30 feet would be right here
Okay.
to this square.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. To the one right behind you, right there.
Okay.
All right. Now
So I
to
have
you
to
to
alt
it.
tab to get back.
Roll me a quick perception check. I'm gonna give you advantage because of the hypnotic pattern that lasted for just a moment.
Thanks. So first roll is a 12, so I'm gonna roll with advantage, and I got a nat 20, 29.
You can see it plain as day as it's just like spider horses lolling back and limp, looking up at the sky.
I've rolled 3 nat 20s on D&D Beyond, and I was like worried about using it. Oh my goodness.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
Okay.
We're available.
So it is within 60 feet of me. That's correct.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to toll the dash.
I don't.
Just try it again real quick.
Your efforts are futile to the
Give it a
babies.
try.
That's a natural 3 plus 1 for a total of 4.
I've done it, boys. I've told him. That's a total of 15 damage.
Koshik, decide their fate.
Oh God, I gotta do that. Oh.
Wait, are these guys resistant to necrotic damage?
Oh!
Dick.
Are they? Does that mean it does no
That bring
damage?
it down to 7, so it's still.
They are not. Their mother is. Good looking out for the DM, though. I appreciate that. Decide their fate, Koshik. I'll say
Yes,
it
I
again.
wish you were never born.
Jesus.
Not Artyom's fate. The spider's fate.
I want R2 to explode. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just make his little noggin explode. Make his little horse head explode. I want his little horse head to explode.
It sits there lolling like the
Such an intense toll.
like the Joe Cat bobble thing as it's looking up at the hypnotic pattern or where it was. Toll, it's dead. Finally taking place. Its mind weakened for just a moment. Without even a
Shouts
sound.
to my boy Crowley. Thank you, my boy Crowley.
Great success.
All right. So you are all now out of initiative. We're gonna switch back over to our main screen. I'm gonna open up
Holy shit.
Soundtail while we do this. But you guys are all out of initiative and you could do what you would like. I'm gonna exit out of the battle map so my computer can be okay.
Should they make
I'm
sure
gonna
that
heal
there's...
myself.
Hey Artyom, can you have Barrick check to make sure we don't have any friends coming from far away?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And I'll just kind of pop a squat and
Ugh,
just sit down
right here.
and look through Barrick's eyes as he sort of sweeps through, doing little squeaky echolocation pings through the darkness.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh wow. Let me make sure what his bonus is. Okay. 19.
With a 19, that's pretty good. He sees some movement off in the woods. But everything that you see through his eyes seems fairly natural, or as natural as it can be. Nothing seems to be moving at you with intent. Nothing seems to be moving on you currently, and you do not see any humanoids at the moment.
Yeah, it seems
What-
pretty clear so far.
What you do see with a 19 is a very large oak tree in the distance to your northwest.
Big tree.
Except for that really big tree. It does not look natural.
Oh.
So that's what we're here for.
Car, hearing this, you know this. He's talking about your home. He's talking about the crawling oak.
That's where we're going. The tree. That's where we need to head right now.
Let,
Well, soon. That's where we're going.
let's
How is
take a look
everything?
in the thing.
I'll drop out of Barrick and go like, is this where we need to go? Because I can't hear anything
Yes.
while I'm inside.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh, all right. I was pretty sure.
Yes, that tree. That's our goal. That's my home. That's where we're going.
I'm gonna walk in the hut. Checking out the hut.
Okay. Gana, when you walk into the hut, and I'm sorry, I'm multitasking, trying to get the room up real quick for Soundtail, if you would like. I'm about to put that code into the Skype chat.
Big herd.
Ganwin, what are you looking for in the hut here?
I'm looking around to see if I know I'd seen like cocoons and stuff previously.
You did.
I'm looking to see, I guess, how many there are, if any of them still seem to be moving, that kind of thing.
You look around in the hut. Give me a quick perception check. Unless you were going in.
I cannot see.
I was about to say.
I would like to go in and aid him, and my staff
Oh,
has
yeah.
a light on it.
Okay. How far are you going into this to inspect this?
I mean, my initially, as I guess, just right inside the entrance where I can see the entire thingamadour. I don't know how big it is actually.
Just right at the entrance. It's about 50
Yeah.
feet across.
Mhm.
So how much light does your torch provide?
20-foot radius and then 20-foot dim.
Okay. So disadvantage to see the far walls. Perfectly fine to see the close walls next to you. Go ahead and what are those totals?
So if he's aiding me, it's a straight roll for the close, and then straight roll for far, advantage at close. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing?
And I want to
Okay.
follow too because I have dark vision. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
So with advantage, 21 for the close.
Okay.
For far, also 21, 2 11s.
Okay.
So I'll take it.
I'll say as you two are stepping up to the entrance, you like instinctively reach out and stop each other from moving further into the thing as you look in, and the earth that that Barrick had moved out of the way has sloshed back in. This looks like some sort of quick mud, if you will. I don't want to say quicksand.
Gross.
You think if you were to step into that it might be a bad time, or it could potentially be a bad time. And as you see it sort of still slowly filling in from where Barrick moved that earth, you do see some bones and bits of other creatures and stuff just getting piled back on top of. You see some husk on the what was the far roll again?
Also 21 on both.
21. Okay, yeah. You do see some husk. You don't see any signs of movement from them. You see some like types of cocoons on the walls. I say cocoons, they look roughly humanoid shape with that roll, but they are completely wrapped in web.
Does it seem like just that one area is the quick mud, or does it seem like the whole inside is quick mud?
With that, you're not exactly sure about the opposite side of you, but I'll say with that roll, there looks to be a little bit of solid ground on the edges, at least right here.
Just gonna look over through on the bother checking them.
Yeah, I'll make a path. You can check them, and I'll start taking the moisture that's in that soggy mud and freezing it with shape water.
Okay, sure, why not? Freezing it, slick mud terrain, making your way across.
Just getting close, cutting away web to see if any signs of life.
Okay. Cutting with the kukri, getting stuck in the web a little bit. But there are, you go, you cut one of the cocoons open.
Yep, just like up. You said they're roughly humanoid shape, so
yeah,
to the face area to most easily identify.
Car, are you following along with them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to peer into the darkness ahead.
You walk up and cut down from the top. Give me a quick, just a dexterity check. Just want to see how accurate you are with
dexterity. Straight dexterity, 24.
Nice.
19 on
with
dice.
precision, just around where the neck and face area is. Car, you recognize this person, this orc. They're not of life. They are orcish, tribal wear. This is Mergla. She's one of your tribe members. What you do you notice two things about her fairly quickly is that there are bite marks that were on the outside of the webbing where you carved around up near the collarbone near the neck. Deep bite marks. A quick inspection, probably from the spider. Next thing that you realize is that her right eye is missing.
Stop, Gandalin.
What?
Stop.
Yes.
I know this person. There's something wrong. She's missing an eye.
Dungeon Master, quick question. Would I recall if either of the ones that were possessed, if they had any bite marks or anything on them like this?
You don't remember any bite marks.
Okay.
Would the eye be missing from like where the thingy entered, or do I know why her eye might be missing? Or
roll me a medicine check.
Ooh, okay, maybe that'll be good. Maybe no, it's not. 18.
18 is very, very good.
Nice.
Yeah. Looking at it, it does look like something crawled from the inside out. You see bits of dried matter around the eye.
Leave them.
What?
They're too late. And releasing them will only release more of the creatures. Leave them. It's
You
too
think
late.
that no chance for any of them?
No. If there was one, that was all of them. You saw how fast it spreads.
It didn't actually, but I will take your word for it. Okay. I'll turn around and walk back out.
Okay.
We should burn it though.
Yeah, I agree. Set it on fire burning to the ground.
Milo,
Sorry.
come burn something
As you
down.
as you
There's
guys are
your
discussing this,
fire.
walking out, you start to smell smoke as you see Milo just finger gun fire ray. I'm assuming this thing to the fucking ground.
It's like as soon as Gandalf calls him over, he's like,
Sure thing.
Burn it
you know,
down.
racking the
just
lever,
my
making the
little-
little nozzle pop out, clutching the throttle on it, and just.
Okay. All right.
I will assist
looking like
Milo in whatever
Django
way I
Fett.
can with my sword, just poking.
Taking your sword. It actually doesn't take that much time. As wet as the wood and branches and are close to the swamp itself, the web seems to quickly spread this fire all over this hut, catching, and you have a sizable blaze now.
We need to
What's
not be here.
Once
At
it gets
all.
up into a nice big fire, be like,
Well, gotta be good at something, I guess.
The whole swamp knows that
Ah.
something's going on here. We need to not be here. I suggest we get moving. And I'll,
All
Here-
of
here-
the swamp, those
Hearing
were-
that, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, you've started big fires before."
So as
Good at
I,
starting fires?
he says nothing.
so I'm just gonna like stride with purpose,
Right.
like through there, clap Milo on the shoulder, and just keep walking and be like, "Assess your wounds. We must go. If you can go, we go now."
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, and you need to come now. We will assist wounds away from the burning inferno that is calling
Yeah.
everything from the swamp to
That's a
come kills.
big fucking target. Let's get the hell away from it.
You guys have effectively a 50-foot radius bonfire right
right,
here
right.
in the middle of the swamp.
I will
Scuttle
I
away.
will put the scarf back over my little fire on my staff, and we can skulk back into the swamp.
Okay. Are you sneaking
Fair
again?
enough.
Yeah, definitely. Once we get out of I guess the blazing inferno.
Sure. And take you about 100 feet to get away from the blazing inferno. But as you all do, I'd like a round of stealth checks and a marching order, please. That's rogue
25 for my stealth check.
25.
I rolled another 19.
Holy
Yeah. I rolled a 19. D&D Beyond. I'm gonna start rolling a D&D Beyond exclusively.
Hey, Archim, you said we got a Pass Without Trace going, right?
Right. Wait,
Okay,
you rolled a
okay.
19 and got a 25? Are you proficient
Yeah.
in stealth?
Hold on a second. Let me check.
19,
I'm
29.
just doing what it says.
You should have like a 31 at least.
Yes, apparently I am proficient in stealth. I got a +6.
Oh, okay.
So,
So that
that
should be-
a 35.
Probably.
Yeah, that should be a
Oh, okay.
35.
Okay, then.
Big step.
Yeah, because it adds. Yeah. so 35.
All right, so let me just go in the order on my screen. Kasha got a 35. Gorham,
Pass out Trace had 10, right?
correct.
Right.
23, baby.
23, very nice. Melgrim,
So, rolled a natural 20 for a total of 30.
Nice.
Pass Without Trace.
all right. Artium,
27.
Crowley,
33.
have enough successes to go off of, but Gandalin,
42.
holy fuck! But what was the roll?
19.
19.
19 plus 23.
42. Fuck
Gandolin's
out of
just
here,
a
bro.
floating black void throughout the swamp.
Ganowin,
Actually sucks noise in and traps it.
Ganowin stealths into one of the one shots. Milo,
After Pass Without Trace, that'll be a 19.
19. Okay.
God
And
damn.
Carr,
18.
18. Okay.
The two of you, the only below 20. Come on, guys.
All right. Well, very nice rolls, regardless.
I'm a big girl. You know.
And that marching order, if I could.
I'll be in the middle for the,
In the back.
AoE.
You put Gorham up front
Mhm.
with Car?
I'll be behind Artyom.
I'll be in front of Gandalin.
I assume you're staying within 30 feet of RTM.
Yeah, I'm
To get the
staying on
bonus.
like the edge,
Gotcha.
on that back edge.
Okay. And Gorham staying up front with Carr, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have RTM in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing. Who the fuck am I missing? Melgrim, where are you marching?
Right behind Gorham.
And where are you marching, Milo?
Close to the back, probably maybe second to last or last.
Okay. Koshik stated
You
she
think
wanted
you're
to be.
last?
Koshik stated she wanted to be behind or by. Yeah, I mean that's correct. It's over a 40, Koshik. I'm sorry. You think you're close enough to be next to Ganwin, but you can't fucking see that man for anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ganwin is practically swimming in the swamp right now.
Just imagine she's just sitting there like, so yeah. And then every now and then again, it's like, still here.
Yeah.
Just-
All right.
Like she's talking to herself.
Carr and Gorham up front. Oh, go ahead.
How far away from us was that tree? You said that Barrick was able to see it fairly easily from his location.
Yeah, because it is a massive tree.
Okay.
But you figure about maybe another hour's hike or so.
Do we want to take a rest before we get to this tree?
Don't see on that.
You hear from the dark.
I mean, we have a telepathic bond going, right?
You still hear
your
from the
head.
dark.
It's probably a good idea. Take a short rest. I can get the telepathic bond re-going, and then we can see what's going on at this tree.
Right. I agree.
Circle up.
Roll a survival check to find a nice spot to hunker down in.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
All right. 27.
Okay. Yeah, you find a little like outcropping of mangrove trees that sort of obscure you guys' location from vision.
Hunker in there and start doing the ritual casting.
Okay. What are you casting?
Well,
The dome?
I will take a short rest and then start ritual casting telepathic bond.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood. So you guys, everybody just taking a seat, hanging out.
Yep. Song of Rest if anyone's spinning it.
If there's a tree big enough, I'm gonna get in it to watch around while we're sitting in there.
So you can go ahead and get on top of one of this like mangrove tree group.
And since I feel bad about it, but you said you didn't care, I'm gonna drop some key into myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, to sub HD basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as a heads up, Milo's gonna go ahead and pop his arcane recovery to get that level 1 spell slot back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Ganwin.
Yep.
Disadvantage because it's dark, advantage because of your feet. Straight roll.
Okay. So straight roll. Fantastic. Yay! God damn, that just bounced right on out. There you go. 12.
12. Everything
Not very
seems
good.
everything seems
Don't worry,
normal.
guys. We're fine.
Gandalf says he doesn't even believe in himself being able to see things. Everything gets stealth bonuses.
Okay, great.
Anything anybody would like to do during this time? Or Song of Rest, help people get some hit die back if you're spending them. Spend those if you would like.
Oh, how many hit die do you get back with that?
1d8.
So
Okay, cool.
That's
and
that's in
if you
addition.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
if you're spending HD to heal up, that's in addition.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
it's 1d8 in addition?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's upgraded. Ain't a D6 anymore, baby.
I need to redo that then. Because those are only d6s.
And what else does a short rest do? Anything? Like, does it do anything as far as spells or anything like that?
Not for your spells, but you would get your wild shapes back if you use them. But
She's a land druid.
Oh, yeah,
Do
no.
land druids basically have arcane recovery, but for druids.
Right.
So unless you use that already, it should be
Under your features and traits in D&D
Yeah.
Beyond.
should be like natural recovery, I think is what it's called for land druids.
Yes.
So you can do that.
Can choose expanded spell slots. Can have a combined level of up to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can do like all your first level slots, or like a second level slot and 3 first level slots, that kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Yep. Oh. Okay. Got it. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
With a 12, you don't see anything. You do notice that as the sun has set, though, the presence of insects, bugs, and other like seems to still be present heavily. Mosquito about the size of an orange lands on your arm at one point.
What the?
Just easily enough. Seem normal in shape, just large.
Big. I don't like it. Mm-mm. All right.
You guys sit and wait and get your long rest in, or your short rest in.
Oh, I mean, hey,
so
I
that
mean,
no
you
takes
just wanna-
backsies.
You just want to give us a long rest.
Yeah, I heard that
in an
long
hour,
rest.
by all means.
Damn, that's crazy.
Everybody takes.
Oh no! Wait, whoa!
I didn't say anything.
Hold on.
Yeah, what is this tomfoolery?
We're a team.
All right.
We all go down together.
You guys rest up, take your short rest. You guys continuing throughout the night. I'll say at about this point, it's probably about 11 or so. You're about an hour hike away from this place.
I mean, we're in the middle of the shit right now. We got to get it done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody feeling pretty good? Everybody looking decent on resources?
Good as we're gonna get.
Right.
Yeah.
Running
Telepathic
low on
bond.
spells, but I'll make do.
Telepathic bond and water walking. Let's go.
Okay. Catch a couple of spells, get the bond back up. Pass without a trace or no?
Yeah, always.
All right. Round of stealth checks one more time.
Great.
It's the best.
That's not nearly as good.
Hey, that's a
I
lot
rolled
better.
another nat 20
Nice.
36 total.
I rolled in the double digits for stealth finally.
Oh yeah.
Not
Right.
by much though. Not by much.
All right, just in order again. Koshik 36, Gorham.
We got passed without trace?
You do.
Sir.
Thank God. 19.
No, with the 19. Melgrim
22.
22. RTM
Nat 20 or 33.
33. Very nice. Crowley
36.
36. Very nice. Ganowin
Only a 35.
35. Very nice. Milo
23.
23. And Car.
35.
How's it going, Heck?
Hey.
Okay, you guys are ridiculously stealthed.
Apparently, holy shit.
I'm still rolling against you, though.
There
That
was
hide
somebody
us from the
sub 20.
mosquitoes? Like,
Yeah. All right, you guys quietly and stealthily move along in the swamp. Car leading the way, along with Gorham up front with him. Moving up, Car eventually coming into view, you see the large crawling oak in front of you. Slight.
so,
Go ahead.
sorry. No, go.
Okay. Slightly lit from within. That is familiar to you. I'm going to try to frame things in what is familiar and not familiar to you. Slightly lit, about 20 to 25 feet off the ground. Everyone else that walks up behind Car and Gorham, you guys see that this tree is absolutely massive. It makes sense why Barrick saw from this far away. This tree is, think of like the, forgets the names of the large trees in California. Yeah, redwoods. I was going to say red oaks, but redwoods. Yeah, times 2. Massive tree.
Oh, no. This is one of those Miyazaki trees. Got it.
Very large tree. About 25 to 30 feet up in the air, a slight glow from within the tree itself as branches sort of intertwine with just bits of green hanging out from it. What is not natural is the entrance towards the towards what you would know as the gate car has grown twisted and overgrown with briars and vines. And then also around the base of the tree, what is was not here, and what you saw in your vision are small crystal orbs on a stalk of some sort of black crystal in color, stuck in the ground, it looks like. And there are 100 of them that you can count just standing right here, circling the entire tree. The rest of you see, and Car, this is home for you, but the rest of you see this one very large tree, and you also see some other like tree houses off and to the side. No movement, if anything, nearby, with the exception of the bug activity. But there are some tree houses look abandoned at this point. Some disarray amongst the supplies and whatnot that were left behind, and everything that I've just described as Car. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Car, I will describe this so Stacy knows. Car knows that glowing spot in the tree itself was a sanctuary. You don't know the status of it right now, as things have changed here. But that space was a sanctuary. That is where you got the sap that hangs from your side.
So stop. When we get in view, I just put my arms out and stop. This is it. Just look around, kind of taking it in. This is the tree. This is where they dragged our Cortatorn. That, and point to the glowing spot. That's our sanctuary. That's where we go for the sap. These, I don't know what this is. It's new, which to me means it's danger. We have to figure out what these are, or how to avoid them, how to get to the sanctuary without disturbing those crystals.
How close are we to these crystals?
We'll say you're on an outcropping maybe 60 feet away. So all of you can see it with any sort of dark vision that you have.
Is there is there space in between to walk, or?
There are. Give me a perception check real quick.
It's not that good. Oh, it's not that good. It's a 10.
Okay.
I'm all.
There's some space in between them, but other than that, you don't recognize much.
I'd like to, if someone else is not doing anything, if no one else has any ideas, let me see what kind of magic these things might have.
As sort of a black crystal connoisseur, would Kaushik happen to notice or like be able to recognize what these crystals are? I mean, she does, after all, have her own nice little black crystal.
I will give you for free that they are not similar to your black crystal.
Okay, gotcha.
Could Milo use a knowledge arcana check to see if it can reference anything from his studies or whatever?
This would be I'm gonna say it'd be knowledge nature, actually. So if you'd like to roll a knowledge nature, you're welcome to.
Okay. I am now actually trained in that, so I will do so.
I froze. I froze.
But not bad. That'll
I
be a
froze.
20.
I froze. 20.
Oh,
I'm back.
23.
23. Okay. Sorry, I froze for a minute. So that's fine. You were just doing your math.
Oh,
So I was singing a little song. 23. Milo, kind of looking. It's hard to tell from this far. You have your visions of your goggles of night, right? So is it giving you 60 feet just on the edge of it. It's hard to garner much. I'm gonna let you keep your 23, but I am gonna say to get any sort of real description, you guys are gonna need to get a little bit closer.
okay.
It seems familiar, but I need to get a little closer to get more details.
I
Okay.
will.
Yeah,
I
it's
will
closer.
inch a little bit closer. I will get 30 feet closer.
Does everybody
No,
else
it's
follow?
a lot.
I'm sorry, 4 of us talked at the same time. What's up?
Milo will be joining him.
Okay.
And
Yep, absolutely. Creeping forward.
Okay. Everybody staying 30 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Getting a little bit closer, Milo. It almost reminds you of, it's not mineral. You can tell that from this far with your nature check. It almost seems like what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. As I was going to say chrysalis, but I'm not sure if that's it.
Chitin?
Amber.
Obsidian?
Oh, no, I do mean chrysalis.
Hmm.
Chrysalis is the hard, like, outer casing to a pupa.
Like a butterfly. Yeah.
Right.
well, that seems bad.
Guys, those aren't crystals. Those are from cocoons.
What?
You know, like when moths and butterflies and other things, change from little worms into flying insects.
Are they still in there?
Let's go 30 feet back.
Agreed.
We'll be joining him for that part as well.
Perfect. On the ground.
Spider bombs!
How about I polymorph into flying thing and I will fly Sneaky Boy up to get the sap.
Well, first off, we need to determine whether or not these were set on the ground and came out of crystals, or if they fell out of trees after they hatched. And could be flying him up into the worst of it.
It would be bad.
Hold on for a second.
Probably.
I will go distant-eyed and see if I can flap up into the trees and see anything with Barrick.
You're going to send Barrick? All right, where are you sending him exactly?
My dog Barrick.
Up
From what
in,
oh, go ahead, sorry.
trying to see if he can see anything with blind sight up in the canopy, if it's within
Okay.
range at all.
All right.
I just want to say, from what Brittany knows about bugs, chrysalis is a step before cocoon, so they're probably still in there. But that's just what Brittany knows about bugs, not what Kaushik knows about bugs. I don't know what Kaushik knows
I would say
about.
Milo with a 23 would know that.
Be very careful. They haven't hatched yet.
That's very good.
You send Barrick up into the canopy.
He's like, be careful, be very careful. They haven't hatched yet. I can't hear any of that.
Correct. As you see Barrick fly out and up into the canopy. You don't see much in the canopy. Some of the leaves are growing sharper and longer than an oak tree should. Some of the branches are twisting back in on themselves, and you see some branches that are growing into the tree itself, as if the branch has just turned at an unnatural angle, nearly like a 45-degree angle, is now growing back into itself. You see some branches that have just split open, opening exposed wood, and on the ends of them, like fungal type growths from them. But you don't see any movement up here. Where else do you send Barrick?
once I see that they're, yeah, I mean, if I can see enough that for the amount of the things that seem to be littering the ground, if I, after a minute or so, I don't see any that are up in the leaves, I will have him start flapping back, or I'll just call him back.
Yeah.
With a poof. Like, well, I don't really see any up in the trees at all, so I don't think that they're falling, at least.
According to Milo, they should still be in there. There's not close enough to when they would have hatched yet.
All right. Well, does anybody have like a magic? Hey, Crowley, can you do one of those magic barrier things, but real tiny?
I cannot.
Okay. Does anybody have like a large jug, like an open top jug?
You have some like, you have like vials and stuff, right?
Like something that you can put one of these things in.
How big are these? How big were these crystals?
The tops of them are about grapefruit sized, and the stalk is probably about the size of my forearm.
Oh.
A little bit thinner than my forearm, but about the lengthwise, coming from the ground.
Toss them in the bag.
I vote we cull them, all of them, everyone. Raise it to the ground.
How many of these things are there? About.
More than 100.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of fucking bugs.
We need the sap. Because that's what will keep you safe. Keep us all safe.
Oh. Shit.
This is distraction. You getting distracted. On task. Let's go. Come on.
I mean, if these are from Zoriat, they're kind of priority, yeah?
Can't do anything with them if you're dead. Or have bug up your nose.
That's fair.
Let's just all go up to the place then, if that's where the sap is at.
Where do we need to get it from specifically? How far away would you say it is?
You see that bright spot halfway up the tree. That's it.
About, if we had to spitball the distance, how far would you say it would be?
60 feet away and 30 feet up. So do your Pythagorean as you will.
How is that 75? I can't remember how that translates. I don't know.
How much sap do we need?
How much sap do we need?
I mean, we're coming in here to kill everything that tries to stop us, so there's no reason to be sneaky about it. We go in there with bats and we burn everything to the ground that tries to jump out at us. And maybe the tree itself if it's too far gone.
Keep in mind, if you burn the tree to the ground, we don't know. That is where the Corta is.
Right.
And
well, after we get
the Corta keeps the gate secure. We cannot risk killing the Corta.
What exactly does this sap do for us again? Just refresher.
Sam?
Yeah. Okay.
My notes are so good, but just for
no worries. Car, you know that this sap. Car, you know this sap has a couple of different effects. Two specifically. One, when applied on the skin, you have noticed that it keeps you hidden from hive mind. So when one sees you, not all of them see you. The second effect, which some of your warriors who have went down below the tree to guard the gate personally, those who have succumbed to some sort of madness sometimes have taken this to allow the mind to understand some things in a different way. It is a highly hallucinogenic fluid if drinking, and it would let whoever would drink it would let them process it without the chance of going mad. So there are a couple of ways that this fluid can be used.
How much do we need? How is it gathered? Tell me about it.
Well, it is.
What are you trying to do, Milo?
just I guess to answer his questions, I
Like
guess.
maple syrup.
Yeah.
He's seeing
Yeah.
if he can send his drone up there to get it.
It would be entirely too heavy, Carr would inform you, for the amount that, for a journey of any sort under this or through these things or under this tree or wherever that you guys are going, this sap and the amounts that you would need it would be way too heavy. It would be a group journey.
Noted.
Yeah, we're not here for a heist. We're here to secure this stuff. Unless I understand the plan wrong.
We're
I was
here
just
to
trying to minimize risk.
I understand.
I mean, where in relation to where the sap is would the court to be?
He was dragged underneath.
All the way down?
I don't know.
You see a dark opening, looks like a doorway, covered in like vines, briars, and the like.
So we should probably, if this can, at the very least, if it can keep them from like seeing that we're all here, and because if there's a bunch of them out in the swamp,
Yeah.
it's very worth it. Because the second one of them knows we're here, those guys will all start coming back. So if we can get this sap before we start fucking shit up, they'll take them longer to know and start making their way back, and give us more time to get the Corta out and hopefully kill whatever's here.
They know we're here. Not
They don't
here.
know we're right
they know
here.
We're in
Exactly.
the forest because we
Exactly.
fought the other ones, but
Yeah,
they don't
so
know
they're
we're
looking
here.
for us.
Yeah.
So if we can prevent them
we
from
should-
knowing that we're already here,
Right.
that seems like a good idea.
We need to get this before anyone else sees us, or before anyone realizes we're here.
So, do we all go? Do we all go, or do only some of us go?
There is no reason for us to split up. If they see some of us and you guys can't take care of the situation, then we don't have two chances at this, right? We have to get in there and get it all.
Right. I agree. We should probably just all go together.
Can you do
Right.
that? Can you do that thing with the makes it harder to see us while being a
No,
flying creature? No.
I can
can
do
be
it
a-
while I'm flying, but
Right.
not while carrying the solid bats.
I could polymorph into. I could
I mean,
become a bat.
multiple of
carry.
us can fly, right?
I can fly, yeah.
We could
And I can-
probably, if you are your big flying creature, and if she can do something similar,
Okay.
we could probably get there. It's just best if we remain unseen.
I can levitate a little bit.
Okay.
I know a little Spanish.
Because just for Ian's knowledge, Milo can fly. Right now it's dark, so Melgrim can fly. We have two people that can transform and carry multiple people.
Crowley can fly without doing that as well with the loot.
Crowley can also fly. So
Yeah. I
that
can
leaves
polymorph, too.
myself.
Polymorph,
That leaves
yeah.
myself, Koshuk, and Gorham. And if Crowley doesn't want to use spell slots, 4 people split between 2 of these 2 large flying creatures would be doable.
Correct.
Right. You could have Kaushik and Gandalf with one, and then I can and Gorham, and then I could get Bursty, or vice versa.
Oh, fucking Bursty. God damn it.
Bursty is
How
a
dare you
valuable
forget
asset.
about Bursty Gandalf?
He's so quiet sometimes. I don't know. He's very sneaky.
What do you want
You're
them to
just not
say?
listening good enough.
You want
Shut up, Bursty.
You want
I-
Bursty talks more than Beal, and that says a lot. Oh man,
Well.
James isn't even here for us to have this whole conversation.
He heard it.
Yes, he is.
He was
is.
speaking.
yeah,
He was
that's
speaking.
So, all right. Well, so we can easily get. We just have to make sure everybody flies close enough together to get your dark circle, dark sphere,
Okay.
dark juice,
The dark juice.
dark
Why
juice.
do you get dark juice?
Who is
Dark
who is
juice,
doing what
sneak
to
juice.
fly?
I will wild shape while still maintaining concentration on
Pass without a trace.
Mouse without a trace. Correct.
Gotcha.
A fresh pass that trace.
Very
Weapon
quietly
multiple
fire up the thrusters.
Roll me an intelligence check plus proficiency.
Hey.
Anyone?
Very solid. You put in the quiet fuel
Stealth fuel.
instead of sounding like rockets. It just goes right.
Like a gentle breeze.
Car, you are all right. So Milo's flying by himself. RTM is wild shaping into a Quetzal, I assume.
Yeah, first time going back into a Quetzal. No tentacles or anything like that. Just looks like a normal pale gray Quetzal.
Why does your bird thing look weird?
I will ask you in your mind, what are you talking about?
It usually has tentacles and stuff. What happened?
They grew up. Or grew backwards. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So also
Spoke.
the Quetzal can hold will be able to hold 3 people.
Oh,
Get up
shit.
there.
Oh yeah. So
Quetzal
that
normally
handles-
holds most of y'all, so
yeah. So
Just-
that could easily take care of.
Gandalf, Koshik, who else is getting on the Quetzal?
Gandalf, Koshik, Gorum.
Gorum. And I'll say those 3 on your back, you'll be able to get bursty in your claws.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Would Milo be able to carry Goat then? Or I'm sorry, that's the wrong name. I forgot your name.
Car,
So, Car, yes.
Car.
if Car would allow herself to be
We
carried.
still. What about Crowley?
Crowley can fly himself, right?
Indeed.
Without a okay. Without a spell slot.
I loot.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
If
Oh,
you,
nice.
I mean, Gandalf, you can go with Milo if you prefer.
It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I'm probably a little lighter, so.
I would like stealth checks from everyone
little
as you guys
man.
attempt to do this. Pass without a trace is going.
Okay. Quick question. So since I am a passenger and not moving or anything, do I still get my advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still get your advantage. Because your advantage isn't based off that.
Ha!
Hey, plus.
Well. I rolled a natural 1.
That's so crazy. You both rolled natural 20s and then natural 1s? That's wild.
Fuck.
If it offsets it, I had a natural 20.
We'll see. So Koshik, natural 1. Total
Total is 17.
is 17. Okay. Natural 1. Oh yeah. 2.
What's yours total?
We're gonna say 2 failures for Koshik for the natural 1.
2 failures?
Gorum,
13.
13. And for Bursty,
Why can't we roll like we did earlier?
Oh boy.
Thirsty, please.
16.
Nice,
16.
Bursty.
Bursty is your first success.
Oh, thank God.
Melgrim,
Well, because of this neat little advantage, with pass without trace, it'll be 25.
There you
25.
go.
Artium,
12.
you rolled a natural 1.
Natural 1 plus 1 plus 10.
Crowley,
Okay.
24.
Yeah.
Rolled a 6.
okay. Gandalf,
43 with a natural 20.
natural 20 for 2
What
successes.
the fuck?
Milo,
27.
There we go. Jesus.
success. Car,
Got them whisper jets.
19.
19 is a success. You guys succeed by
Oh,
2.
my fucking Jesus.
A not so quiet ride over, but
Shut the fuck up.
but some of you helping as much as you can, silencing armor where you can. Bursty keeping certain people calm as much as he can from the talons, but you guys make it over to the glowing portion of this tree where you see some heavy like foliage. Doesn't look twisted, doesn't look warped. You guys approach and enter. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you guys for watching. We really, really appreciate it. If you have not yet, make sure you drop a follow. We do this every Saturday with Across Eberron. And on Mondays, we do Ghost of Saltmarsh, ran by the homie right over here, Mr. Gandwin, or at TheorDOA.
I like stabbing players.
There you go.
Great.
So great success. So come check us out. Drop a follow, drop a like, and subscribe on YouTube if that's where you're watching us. Also, more importantly, donate to Extra Life. Make sure you support those guys. They're helping out sick and injured kids all across the United States and elsewhere. We're also giving away some cool prizes for that. So donate to them. And we're gonna get a raid going on, actually, because I haven't done this in a while, and I'm a big dummy, so I made all of my announcements before I actually got the raid started.
Just keep talking. Keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna raid our friends. Oh no, we only got 3 people online. That's wild.
Damn you, Thanksgiving.
Let's just our friends at Carney Sideshow. Let's give them a raid. So I'm gonna go ahead.